Too strong. It's going to be a rebound there by Brown. Brown gets it in. Bucket there by Alter.
Crossover for Jackson. Salas steals the rebound and finds a cutting Mitchell at the rim.
Great move.
It's almost even in the foul territory, and the Cueva looking to take advantage. Said Yates draws the foul, and one opportunity is said, gives the muscles down.
And it's 11-4, 38. Another turnover by Rio Grande. Montoya off the glass, up and in, back-to-back layups for the Demons.
Oh, was stolen away again by Valdez. Valdez going to bring it out.
Valdez has to have around 3 or 4 steals. 3 by Mays.
Bingo! That one rattles in for Alyssa Mays, and the All-District Player of the Year has 12.
Penetrates, no foul called. Rodriguez lines one up and knocks down the 3. First basket of the night.
To back it out.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Too strong. It's going to be a rebound there by Brown. Brown gets it in. Bucket there by Alter.
Crossover for Jackson. Salas steals the rebound and finds a cutting Mitchell at the rim.
Great move.
It's almost even in the foul territory, and the Cueva looking to take advantage. Said Yates draws the foul, and one opportunity is said, gives the muscles down.
And it's 11-4, 38. Another turnover by Rio Grande. Montoya off the glass, up and in, back-to-back layups for the Demons.
Oh, was stolen away again by Valdez. Valdez going to bring it out.
Valdez has to have around 3 or 4 steals. 3 by Mays.
Bingo! That one rattles in for Alyssa Mays, and the All-District Player of the Year has 12.
Penetrates, no foul called. Rodriguez lines one up and knocks down the 3. First basket of the night.
To back it out.
Look at this deep 3.
Wow! That was from NBA range.
Running. It's the OD in the AM with Jeff Symbieta, A. Marie Castillo, and JJ Bob.
Pretty special day on your calendar. Pretty special day today. No, not just because it's Thursday. Not just because it's the last Thursday of March. Pretty special day on your calendar. It's opening day, boys and girls. It is baseball. Your team is in contention. Your team is right there tied for first place. The Colorado Rockies are tied for first. They have a chance.
I think they're actually already 10.
You think they're already out? Yeah. Mathematically
Hasn't even
eliminated?
started and they're 10 games back.
JJ.
Mathematically eliminated?
Yeah.
They start 10 paces back. We're gonna do staggered starts like on a track.
We need to handicap it, give the Rockies like 12 games in the division so they have a chance that Dodgers don't blow by them in 2 weeks.
I'm more concerned about the team they play today. The Padres and the Rockies, the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. And we're off. Good morning to you and happy baseball season. Good opening day to you. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The sports animal, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, and A. Marie. It's always a special day. And whether you've got a game you're watching or 5 of them, or you're sitting in front of the TV all day, or it's just about your team, or it's just to see the ballpark. And I don't know, the first baseball game of the year that you watch, and maybe not for you, for me, it's always hit home. It always hit a little differently. It's like, all right, like we're in it, and I know it's going to be there every day for the next 6 months, but it's I don't know, it's spring. It means it should be warmer. It should be warmer. It should be warmer, damn it. It was nice yesterday, actually. Yesterday was really nice.
Really nice.
Did you walk 9 yesterday?
Yes, I did.
Where'd you play?
UNM North.
How'd you play?
I played all right.
All right. Nice to be
I
out
could
there.
blame the wind on a couple holes, but
Yeah,
it was so nice.
I could blame the wind on a couple holes. All right, do that. Yeah, it was good to be out. Yeah, I got to get out at some point because, well, now it's going to be warm. I don't know. Was baseball? Is it just another day to you, or did it always
Good
hit
day in the
differently?
sporting calendar.
Yeah,
It's the best day.
I don't know if it's the best. I
No,
kind of like
just
the
love
Thursday
it.
and
It's
Friday.
good. It's
of
a good feeling.
Thursday and Friday of March Madness to me might be my favorite day on the sports calendar. The Sunday of the NFC and AFC championships is a really good one. This one's real, but this is top 5 for
It's
me.
fun.
Sunday the Masters.
Totally top 5.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sunday the
Sunday
Masters,
is up
which
there.
is, by the way, next Sunday, not this coming Sunday, but
Which
next.
is crazy.
Yeah. So there's a number of them that I just kind of look forward to, but this is certainly top 5, right?
So fun.
Yeah. Will you watch a bunch of baseball today? Will you just watch like your team? How do you handle opening day? Will you have it on all day in the background?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I do too. What about you? Just the Rockies? You're in first place, bro. You're in
Not
first
just
place.
the Rockies.
You're-
They're playing a team I should probably get back on the bandwagon for.
How are you gonna handle that?
Oh,
this year?
no.
San Diego Padres. How I handle it every year. My expectations for the Colorado Rockies are below 0.
Below 0. Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's fair.
No reason to expect anything from that franchise. Can't find pitching. You're never going to have consistent pitching.
It's hard, isn't it?
At least
I will
he keeps
live.
it real. I like it.
Rocktober will keep me going for my entire life.
What year was that?
7, 08.
It was a fun Rocktober, though.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Todd Helton catching that final out at first base, looking at the sky.
Dude never
We
touched
go to the
home
World
plate.
Series.
Who's your guy who never touched home plate?
Matt Holloway's hit.
It
touched
was
home
Matt
plate.
Holly. He still has it, which is cool. I mean, they won, so it doesn't matter.
He had the scar on his chin to prove it.
He had a scar from the dirt where he smashed into the earth, but I don't think he ever touched home plate. How does a home plate leave a scar?
He scratched it on his way to touching home plate.
Because it was sticking up a little bit and it carved him just right there on the chin. I got it.
My story, and I'm sticking to it.
Own it, man. Own it the rest of your life, and that's how Austin's going to know how Rocktober went, the way Daddy tells it. Pitch clock's going to be the deal. And I was reading Jeff Passan's story. So where are you guys on pitch clock? Because it feels
I like it.
universally everybody's in on pitch clock.
Yeah, I'm in on it. I like the pace.
You?
Yes.
Jeff Passan said, I'm reading from a story the ESPN baseball reporter wrote. I can read you the whole damn thing, but I'm going to read you this one paragraph. People inside the game of baseball love the pitch clock so far. Like, love the pitch clock. Like, really love the pitch clock. Like, love the pitch clock as much as they love their kids kind of love. Players love it, coaches love it, executives love it, owners love it, and even those who don't love it, who think it needs to be a little longer, and umpires who have been told to enforce it strictly a little more lenient, respect it for what it's doing in games. Change is hard. I'll go again. Changes aren't permanent, but change is, and so you've got to adapt, right? And I know, like everything else, I don't love the big bases. I don't know why that. I still don't see the need for that. I have no idea what we're doing there. But I saw the need for the pitch clock. And once people got used to it, accepted it, understood it, realized it was here to stay, it feels like Jeff Passan's right. It feels like everybody loves the pitch clock. Games are shorter.
It's about rhythm. And, yeah, if you're taking 15 to 20 minutes off games, okay, but it's more about just the rhythm, hence pace of play and all this. And you're still going to have drama involved. I know there's still a lot of people screaming that the ninth inning drama is not going to be there because you're kind of a pitcher staring at a batter for 45 seconds.
Stepping off, the catcher coming out, scratching.
Throws a pitch.
You're still going to have it.
Back to the World Baseball Classic, and they weren't using the pitch clock per se, but there was a consistent rhythm when Ohtani was going at Trout. And you get to a ninth inning, even in a pitch clock game, you're going to have the pitcher batter. They're going to have a chance to take their breath, but they got to get in and get ready to go, and they'll adjust to it, and the game will be fine, and we'll still have our moments or late inning drama, and that's just what you're looking for. It's games play, like basketball has a shot clock, football has a play clock.
Let's go.
There's things you do.
But, JJ, that's the beauty of baseball. It's timeless, and you never know how long a game's going to take. It could go an hour and 40 minutes, or it can go 4 hours and 40 minutes.
And
and
it's
you're
still
like,
going to happen.
And it might. And it might. There was, I think the Lobos played a 4-hour game, and there's a pitch clock in baseball the other day when they had the walk-off the other day.
Scoring runs, pitch clock goes out the window.
Now, the guy who's selling beer's got to be bummed, right? You're selling less beer, right? If they're still cutting you off in the seventh inning, and you're like, you used to have 4 beers at the game, or 5 or whatever, you're probably having 1 or 2 less. So they're selling less beer. It's going to be cheaper for you at the ballpark. The average spring game last year, and this is what y'all are talking about, took 3 hours and 1 minute. This spring, 2 hours and 35 minutes. That's 26 minutes off a game, right? Almost a half hour off of every game. And that's what we've been told. Well, people don't want to sit around for that long. Okay. Baseball feels to me like there's a little bit of momentum going into this season. Do you feel that? Baseball has stepped on its own self for, I don't know, it feels they can't get out of their own way, right? It feels like there's problem after problem. It's self-created problem after self-created problem. And I feel like, and maybe this is just me sitting in my bubble, but I feel like going into this season right now, baseball's got a little momentum coming off the World Baseball Classic, which was cool. The Dodgers have been broken up a little bit, so it feels like maybe everybody's got a chance. I don't know, except for the Padres. Except for the Rockies. Because would you say they have less than 0? You expect less than 0? Mm-hmm. That we said. I don't know. Do you feel that there's a little bit of momentum around baseball?
Yes.
Why? Is it like why? Just because like there's no negative, and I guess that's a positive.
Yes. As of now, yes.
Well, you're coming off the World Baseball Classic that highlighted the best player in baseball.
Yes.
And it's Shohei Ohtani. Mm-hmm. And he's exciting. It's someone people want to see. Like, it gives you a reason. You're not going to watch a whole game. No one does. There's very few that sit there and watch a whole game of baseball, but he's someone that you want to know what he did. You're going to want to watch the highlights. When he gets the opportunity to be on Sunday Night Baseball or one of the games of the week, like, you will tune into that. And we haven't had that in a while in baseball. There's been good teams and the Dodger fans, the controversy with the Astros, but there really hasn't been a player in baseball
Aaron Judge
for a while.
Aaron Judge last year, I think.
And there's a good point, too. Yeah. Like, you haven't had that moment for a while where people are watching Aaron Judge at the end. They're breaking into Shea his at-bats, and baseball has that momentum right now.
So would you say Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani, probably not in that order, but are the 2 best players in baseball? Or at least the 2 most intriguing,
yes.
most popular?
Yeah, they're the 2 most exciting players.
The brand.
Who's number 3? Is there a next? And I asked that with a local angle on this. And so I'm staring at ESPN's baseball page right now. And they've got MLB opening day. Here's what we're watching. And they've got a picture of Ohtani. The 3 of them together. Ohtani, Judge. Who's that other guy? Alex Bregman.
Oh.
Is he... he's not Ohtani Judge, right? Is he the next, like after...
No.
Or is he just hated because of the scandal?
No, I just think
he's less hated. I think it's that man. That is Carlos Correa, Jose Altuve. They're the face of that for the shows.
Unless you're a Dodger fan, dude. I'll just tell you that now. Dodger fans can't stand it. So is there? But there's got to be more than just 2 superstars. And
no,
to your point,
no, does there?
So I think we need superstars reserved for special.
Okay, so that's just a different shelf. Okay, here's why I think baseball's got momentum. And I think it's as simple. Well, it's 2 things: the World Baseball Classic. 3 things. the World Baseball Classic, the fact that there are two superstars, that you're coming off of a season where, wow, Aaron Judge chased something and got something that was really, really special, the American League home run mark. And I'm going to give you this, that there's not a gigantic cloud hanging over him, right? Remember we were sitting here and we're threatening a work stoppage, and every year we go into baseball and there's some big major drama between the players and the owners. And there's not. And I guess I'm sitting here realizing how detrimental that was to the game. And the fact that there's just no noise about it, it's about baseball, I think is a big deal. Like nothing kind of means something to me. And we'll see. We'll see. Baseball's here is opening day. We're going to talk to you about it. Is it a big deal to you? How do you feel about it? Let me give you phone numbers to get in today. 505-246-0610. Area code 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. On the Twitter, it's _JJ Buck and at Part-Time Bro. Of course, you can watch our show on the Facebook or on Comcast Channel 26. Adrian's producing on ProView Networks, and it's there for you. We got a lot to do today. There's whispers around little basketball. We're going to get into that, but we're coming right down the stretch on the NBA. One superstar and team is on the way up. But when we come back, man, oh man, this team paid quite a bit to get a superstar to get him over the top. They may not even get into the play-in game. What's going on there next on the opening drive, and why on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal?
How?
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With your covered from U.S. Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At U.S. Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Check it out.
What is it?
It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at U.S. Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with U.S. Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with U.S. Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare pararescueman.
Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter.
9FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, we're going to get into I got a bunch of texts from yesterday. We're talking about coaches and salaries and where it should be and transfer portals, and we're going to get back into that a little bit today, too. Interesting letter to the editor. Right? Was that what it was? A speak up from former Lobo George Scott today in the Journal, basically saying, you know, the transfer portal's ruining basketball, and there's no loyalty, and you know, how can these guys go, and it needs to stop. Well, I understand though that we got Mashburn House and Udeze and Alec through that, but now it's got to stop. So we'll get into all that. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, and Marie. NBA playoffs start like in a week and a half, right? I mean, we're like literally down to the nub here. We got, what do you play? 82 games, and you got teams at I think there's 5-6 games left, and you look at the standings in the West, and there are unbelievable teams fighting around the play-in games. When you look at the superstars who are fighting to get into play-in games, right now, I mean, LeBron and AD it looks like they're going to get into the play-in, right? It looks like they're going to be relatively secure. They're at 8 now. They won again last night.
Yep.
LeBron's back, so it looks like they're getting in. And look, that's dangerous, man. That's LeBron and AD, and if they're healthy and what's around them, that they can make a run out of an 8-hole. That's 8-hole.
As long as Anthony Davis stays aggressive.
That's right. And then you look just outside of the play-in game, and there's a team that's got Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, two of the best 10 players in the league. If we say top 10, I'm not looking to say top 4, 5, 3. Two of the top 10? How can? And would you say Anthony? I don't know if Anthony Davis is still considered a top 10 guy. Is he?
I think Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving go in and out based on what version of themselves show up. Because like Anthony Davis last night, top 10 player,
really good.
But he's hurt majority of the time. That's the only problem I have.
He's healthy now. All right, the Mavericks are on the outside looking in. Dallas Mavericks, Mark Cuban made a move. And when he made the move, I think we all sat around and went, wow. They contend. Now, do they play? I asked you that day, do they play enough defense, right? It was like when the Suns made the move for Kevin Durant, too. Do they play enough defense? Mavericks, since they got Kyrie Irving, have lost 14 out of 20 games. They are 6-14. And now Kyrie's frustrated, which, I mean, there's a stunner. And this isn't what I signed up for. This isn't what any of us expected. I didn't plan on asking for a trade midseason. I wanted to finish the season out in Brooklyn. This is, I mean, and look, somebody's going to sign him in the offseason for $1 zillion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he may go to the Lakers and join up with LeBron and Anthony Davis, and they become the most unlikable team in the history of unlikable teams, maybe, to some people. Right? Who's this on? Why is this happening? Luka were they in the finals in the COVID year, right? They were
No, they were not in the finals.
They didn't make the finals at all? Was it not the COVID year?
Like
that was
the
the Denver.
championship.
That was the Denver year. Didn't they make a final? Not the NBA finals, the Western Conference finals. They've been to the Western Conference finals, right? And so you add Kyrie, and you're thinking, all right, this is only going to get better. Why is this happening?
Because they weren't a really good team to begin with. Luka Doncic is an unbelievable scorer. All he does is score the basketball, yell at the refs, and not play defense.
He's
like
really
he
good
is in a bad spot this season. If you let Luka Doncic play, he can do unbelievable things offensively.
Yep.
But there's times he's disengaged, and then you have two players that can't do a thing defensively on the perimeter, and Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. That's a problem. The rotation, there's not a lot of good defenders that the Mavericks thrown out there because you have to have a lot of help to make up for that backcourt. And it's not just since Kyrie's been there that's been the problem. If they haven't played together a ton, it was a short-term rental. They had to keep their fingers crossed and say this is going to work out really well. And it's not. And this is one that it's on both of those. This isn't just Kyrie came in and Kyrie's full baggage and he's bringing the Mavericks down. There's a lot swirling around Luka Doncic. Like, he has a lot of stuff going on off the court, which he admitted is affecting him on the court.
It's like what?
It's like personal life stuff, just things going on, because he said, it was last week, he's like, I used to smile on the court. Now I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, you can tell it's affecting him. Like, stuff is weighing him down. And now you have the expectations that are heightened when you bring in Kyrie Irving and you guys are sitting there in the 10th spot.
11. They're 11 now.
11.
They're outside of it
the
right
10th
now.
spot.
They're outside of it now. They're not in the play-in game right now. Yeah, they're out of it right now.
And then you have Kyrie's like, oh, I don't know. I just got here. What do you want me to do?
It's on me. Kyrie was asked after the game last night. They lose to Philadelphia last night, 116-108. So they fall behind Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City without Chet Holmgren, right? Remember when Chet Holmgren, the number one overall pick, went down, the big guy from Gonzaga, and it was Oklahoma City. And it's like, well, Oklahoma City's done. I mean, they're back to being – and they're behind that team.
The best player is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Okay, but usually you need more than one best player, or one really good
And they
player.
hit on the lottery pick issue. Jalen
They
Williams,
did.
kid
No,
from San Francisco, has been fantastic.
Again, perception was what it was, right? So what does the future look like? That's what Kyrie was asked after the game last night. Quote, I think that now, again, just where we are in the season and where other teams are positioned already, it kind of looks like a bit of a cluster bleep, to be honest with you. Because we're 37-40, we're trying to fight to get into the play-in game. It's not the expectations I don't think any of us had in that locker room. I didn't expect to ask for a trade at that point in the season. So I wanted to finish out with Brooklyn, finish out the season what we had going. I didn't get a chance to do that. What do you mean you didn't get a chance? So some of the goals I had previously this season had to be shifted, and I had to be more than willing, which I am, to be flexible and adaptable and live with the results whether we make the playoffs or not. I just have to be at peace with where I'm at, which I am, and trust the guys that I'm going to be in that war room with every single day. So I'm appreciative of them giving me the opportunity. It's been nothing but great here, and I've been at peace. So it's been good outside of the losses, of course. We'd like to win every game, end quote. All right. What do you mean you weren't given the chance? You just can't play victim, with all due respect. And JJ, to your point, if you're going to tell me it's not because of him, I'll listen to that. I think you're right. They weren't great before he got there, but he was brought in to make them better and get them over the top. But okay, there's a reason you make a trade for a star, and I don't know if certainly for a superstar. I don't know if that I consider Kyrie a superstar. Some of you do. There's a reason you make a trade like that, right? And it's not to miss the play-in game or to get into the play-in game. It's to go try and make a run at a championship, is it not?
That is
why
correct.
you do that. I wasn't given the chance to finish things out in Brooklyn. He asked for the trade, didn't he?
Yeah, and it's the whole point of Kyrie just feels like he didn't do anything wrong ever.
Wasn't me, man.
Oh, I can see maybe I made a mistake. Let's figure all this off the court stuff out and focus on basketball, but that's not what he wants to do.
It wasn't me. All right. 505-246-0610. Opening day in baseball today. Isotopes open up tomorrow. Their home opener is on Tuesday of next week. They'll be home against Salt Lake City. The soccer season is underway. United is on the road. They'll be at Oakland Roots on Saturday. And did I kind of tell you where the stadium might go the other day? Did I kind of tell you where it was happening?
You kind of did.
There's a talk of a new spot and giving them some land, and how's it going to go for United and a new stadium? We're going to get into that. Why, how, and what will it mean on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With your covered from US Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At US Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
These are more than just the sound of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Check it out.
What is it?
It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at US Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with US Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with US Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
NBA, good morning, Lawrence. How you living?
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good. What's happening?
I want to dispute something that JJ said. It's a throwaway comment. I'm not really mad, but it just bothers me. So I'm a lifelong Milwaukee Bucks fan, not a bandwagon jumper. Lifelong. I'm also, and I go back to the Jabbar days. So JJ said that Luka Doncic, or however you say his name, the next best player besides Jokic. I disagree with that. Did we forget about Giannis? And I'll give Embiid a tip of the hat also, who I think are both above Luka Doncic. And then the other question I have, and I ask myself this question as a Milwaukee Bucks fan, how come nobody talks about him? The best team in the NBA with the best record. This is why. Because there's no clickbait drama with the Bucks. What's the worst thing you can say about the Bucks? There's no Kyrie, there's no LeBron, there's no AD.
Yep. No, I'll tell you, and that's exactly why. Because they are the number one team in the East. Because there's so much drama out west. Because you look at them, you look at the top three, and then honestly, I mean, in the East, you figure it's one of those top three teams. It's the Bucks, the Celtics, or the Sixers. Where in the West, everything is so bunched up tight. The reason, because we're in the West, and so we're probably more drawn to the teams in the West. It's more regional. But you're right. It's because there's no drama. And the Bucks, if you ask me right now who's my favorite to win the whole thing, I would tell you the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't know where you are, JJ.
Well, I never said that Luka Doncic was the second best player in the NBA. Drew Holiday's 51 points.
Go back and check the tape. I'm throwing the replay flag.
Do it. I'm not that.
All right, Lawrence. Appreciate you, man.
Players in the MVP race right now.
Yeah.
It's Giannis, Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic. I never said Luka Doncic was the second best player in the NBA. I said Luka Doncic is an unbelievable offensive talent.
Yep.
You say he's a scorer.
That has struggled with his overall game this season, and things have been weighing on him, and he's letting him affect it on the court, as he was open about it. We want to talk about the Bucks blowing out the Pacers last night? Let's do it. Okay. Yeah. Like, they're a fantastic basketball team that won a championship.
Scored 149 points last night.
That's the weirdest thing. I didn't say Luka Doncic was the second best player in the NBA.
A triple-double for Giannis last night. 38, 14, and 17 and 12. 38, 17, and 12 last night for the best player of the game. All right, we can do NBA, and it's open there for you if you want, and you can get in at 505-246-0610. All right, so when did I tell you this? Last week? So I've been hearing a lot about this, where a new soccer stadium is going to be going. And there was a big push. There was a lot of momentum at some point that it was going to go right on that land on the corner of Cesar Chavez and I-25. Right there. If you take so right at the bottom of the hill, right where you get off, right there's that big bunch of land. And that kind of over the last, I don't know, I'll tell you the last couple of months, I started hearing, no, that's not where it's going. It's going Balloon Fiesta. And, that I've been hearing that all kinds of different things, but Balloon Fiesta is where, and I think I told you this, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. That's where it's going to go. And Jessica Dyer of the Journal put out a story last night that that's where it may be. And there's going to be a press conference today with the city, and I guess probably Peter's going to be there, Peter Trevisani, the owner of the club. And it sounds like that the momentum is there, and I don't believe anything's done, but I think that's where the momentum is. I think that the city, from what I've been hearing, is going to give United a chunk of land. Now I don't know the deal. I don't know if they get an ownership. I don't know if there's a lease on it, if it's $1, whatever it is. But that's where I'm hearing this is going. And there's a lot that goes into this, right? And some of you are going to have your feelings. And let's wait till we know exactly what's going on. But from what I understand, it's going to be mostly public or privately funded, right? There's right now, I want to say about $13 million in capital outlay money that the governor has put out in regards to this project. Do you like the site? Let's start there. Do you like the site? Do you like Balloon Fiesta Park as a site for this?
I'm trying to see where it would be.
I don't know exactly where it would be, but that area.
Fine.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with it.
You okay with it?
I think it's a good area. I didn't know this was going to be a thing.
You believe me, huh?
No, but now I do believe you, Jeff. I should. I think it's a good location.
Well, it's an area that they're used
Good
to
area.
getting cars in and out of.
Well, I'll tell you why I think it's central.
That's
right?
what I'm saying. Yeah,
I think it's
I like it.
centrally located with the boom on the west side, right? And people still do live on the east side. Whether you want to believe it or not. It feels like a centrally located spot that's
Off the
got
freeway.
access to get to, right? Yeah, it's off of Alameda. Now, I think they'd probably, maybe they don't. I mean, I would hope there would be some traffic, some construction as far as roads getting in and out. I mean, any of us who've ever been to Balloon Fiesta, now, when we're talking about 10 to 15,000 people as opposed to, a typical, 50, 60,000 on a Balloon Fiesta morning, it's a nightmare getting in and out.
It is a nightmare.
So, but we're talking about a lot smaller crowd for a soccer match, right? But hopefully they'll figure out the traffic flow, and I think that'll be part of the project. I don't have a problem with that as a location. To me, it feels like a central location. Now, I know they wanted to do something downtown and have, be able to go to all the bars, and let's see what happens around there and what it does for that area. As far as a location, there's parking. There's, that feels so much more right to me than jamming it down in that Paredes neighborhood where people didn't want it, where, so much a big part of United matches is the pre-match stuff, right? The tailgating. And I was like, where are they going to do that? Well, they'll build a parking structure. Are they going to do that in a parking structure? Like, it feels like you've got the room to do that out there. I don't know exactly where it's going to go, but so I've been hearing this for the last month and a half-ish, and I know I told you guys this the other day. So I'm good with the site. It just feels central. I like it. It's got accessibility. One of my biggest issues with the downtown thing was how you getting in and out of there. Go down there where they're talking about on a Tuesday afternoon at 2 and see how tough it is to get in and out of there, let alone when you're trying to get 10,000, 12,000, 14,000 people in there. So, all right. I don't want to totally get into the until we know the specifics. But how are people going to feel if this turns out where this is a donated or it's $1 a year lease? Are people going to be okay with that, or is that going to feel like politics where, well, I mean, he donated to their campaign and now he's getting this land? You think that's going to be a big part of this conversation?
Oh, it will be, no doubt. I think people too, when you realize what the city has been doing to this point, in funds for field turnover and how much they've invested, that if they get out of that game, they'll end up saving them money.
Yeah. So the city's putting it's about what you're hearing, about $500,000 a year. So they spend about $2 million that the city pays for the field being changed over from soccer to baseball each time. Where initially, and I know this is right, it was supposed to be an expense that was absorbed by United. And the city came in and said, no, we'll take care of that for you. And I know it was trying to be kept quiet for a while. Larry Barker did a story. That story's out there. And I know that some people are going, well, why is the city paying for that? Fair question, right? Fair question. So you're saying basically that they'll save that $500,000 a year? Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see where it goes. You know what I'd like to see? So here's what I would ideally like to see with this. And I know there's a big push and everybody wants it downtown. That's fine. I am still under the firm belief that this city needs an arena more than it needs a soccer stadium. That doesn't mean we don't need or want a soccer stadium, right? You got a viable club. You've got a team that's popular, and so I got no problem with a new soccer stadium for United. I still believe, like, if you're going to ask me, what do we need more? What would get more use? I think we need an arena.
We need an arena.
Now,
could bring in more events, do a lot.
Right, year-round
Year-round.
concerts, more like you got the pit, Jeff. The pit is full. It is busy basically October through March, April. Right? Those are the months where well, I don't know if you need bigger. You think you need bigger
Well,
than
not
18?
bigger, but like, I don't know. The attendance is good, but I don't know how to say this. Like, I don't know.
What if you had the Santa Ana Star Center in Albuquerque?
Yes. Okay. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Though? Not like it's okay that 15,000 is great, but I'm saying like just design differently.
Yeah, more modern. That
Yes.
building's 56, 57,
I didn't want to.
60
I'm not
years
trying to
old.
offend anything. I'm
Yeah,
just
no, the building's old.
anyone.
Yeah, everybody loves the pit. It's a 60-year-old building. When we come back, I'm going to tell you why I think we need an arena and how maybe this gets that whole thing started. Can that be a hub now where there's a lot of land out there? Can an arena go there as well? Can you? I mean, I'm just asking. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by GetRefunds.com. It's about time small businesses.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. The Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With your covered from US Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At US Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
Check it out.
What is it?
It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at US Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with US Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with US Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number 1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Ted, the sports animal.
Interesting response on a potential soccer stadium going over near Balloon Fiesta Park. Got a text that says, well, it's got a few things in here. It's a waste of, if it's not, well, I think that's on the arena. Balloon Fiesta Park has nothing around it. No restaurants, no bars to enjoy before or after the game. It says we continue spreading these arenas all over town with no long-term plan. Well, we don't have any arena. I mean, we're spreading all over town. What are we building? Right? We're not. What I would like, I mean, my ideal place for this is what I think. I think they should take the land that's the fairgrounds, state land, I believe. Move the fair, build a new fairgrounds out on the west side, right? Keep the racetrack there. You got all that land. You could put a stadium and an arena there, and it's centrally located in the middle of the city. You've got access in and out. You've got parking. You've got infrastructure around it. You've got bars and restaurants all around there, and kind of make that
build up the area.
Right, it would totally build up that area. You've got all that land. You could put an arena, and I'll tell you why I think we need an arena more than a soccer stadium. Not that we don't need or want a soccer stadium. This is not me poo-pooing a soccer stadium. Please don't even start that, okay? But don't you think, like, if we went fairgrounds, kept the racetrack, right? Still have horse racing. Get all that parking, got all that land. Move the fairgrounds. And I understand there's a cost to this. There's a cost to everything. But the fairgrounds essentially is used, a little bit. Move the fairgrounds out to the west side where there's all that land and have the state fair out there. And then utilize this land and put an arena and a soccer stadium, and it's centrally located, and all those businesses around there thrive year round.
Yes. I'm for it.
I mean, that's where I am.
Arena's multi-use, not taken away from United, but just
well, they'll tell you it's multi-use as well, and that there'll be high school events in there, and maybe there will be.
What about concerts and sporting events and bigger events?
Maybe there will be some outside concerts. This is why we need an arena. Look, everything you just said, it's arena. We have Tingley Coliseum, right? People don't want to go into Tingley, and it's an old rodeo barn, and God bless it. Right, but it's time. You can only put so much lipstick on that thing, and only paint the wall so many times, and only try to put in new chairs so many times. I mean, there's only so much you can do. To have an anchor tenant, whether it would be a hockey team or a minor league basketball team, I think this town would love hockey again. I mean, they love the Scorpions. I think they'd love hockey again. And we're a year out now. That thing out in Rio Rancho got delayed. The Raptors, it's pushed back a year, right? But you could have that. You have concerts. JG and I were just talking about what's the right size on an arena, 15,000. You have conventions in there. You can get NCAA events in here now. Oh, wait, what did you just say, Jeff? Yeah, you could get, I mean, whether it's volleyball, NCAA volleyball, or dare I say a basketball tournament back in Albuquerque, or you got a place to play high school stuff. The multi-use on an arena is unbelievable. Now, I think we want a soccer stadium. Do we need one? I mean, United probably needs one, right? They do. How long can this thing go? They got a beautiful ballpark to play in, but it's not theirs. They can't capitalize on all the revenue opportunities. It's isotopes. But can we think bigger term now? Like, if it sounds like this thing's down the road and it's going out to Balloon Fiesta. Okay, but can we just start thinking bigger term? At some point, I've been here 27 years, and we've been talking about an arena for 27 years, and I know it was going on before that. We need one. We need one. It would help business. It would help conventions. It would help commerce. It would help tourism, right? The convention center is really nice, and Ray Roa does a great job, and Tanya and Visit Albuquerque do a great job getting people into the convention center. But if we had a beautiful new place for these things to happen, our city would thrive.
It opens the door for many more events than an outdoor stadium presents. And still, here's the thing. You can be open and you can want to host things. You're not tearing up your field mid-season constantly to throw events out there, to put a concert stage on it.
Especially soccer field, man. Soccer, and when we moved our game to Frisco and played FC Dallas's place, like their field is their
field for their team.
That's right. No, that's
right.
What it's their thing, man. That's their thing. Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with it. That's why it's a soccer.
Yeah,
that's why it's a soccer stadium. So you're not going to be doing hundreds of events throughout the summer when you're trying to have your season.
And we're going to hear, well, it'll be a facility and there'll be all these things around it. And okay, but I mean, without
that's why we need to have an open conversation about building more and elevating not just the sports landscape, but the entertainment landscape, because arenas can bring in so many more things. It opens, as you said, for NCAA appearances, conference tournament things from different levels, various teams, high school athletics, more concerts coming through, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. More sports, more anchor tenants, more, things that are passing us over. And, Jeff sent me a text that said, if it's under 20,000, it's a waste. How many concerts just jump over us, go from Dallas to Phoenix? Right? Or up to Denver. Just jump, because we don't have a venue, especially in the colder months. We just don't have a place to do it. So, all right, 505-246-0610. But it looks like this thing's moving a little bit, kind of where I told you I was at Balloon Fiesta Park, and that's not a horrible thing. All right, Lobo basketball rosters, and there's all kinds of rumors. There's a rumor, there was a report. Well, I don't know if a report. It's a tweet, a report. If it's a tweet from a podcast guy, is it a report? What's a report these days? I don't even know.
I don't know either.
You had a 6'9" stud transferring in, and it may still happen. Dude clapped back. I've not committed who he is. And we'll get into some of the stuff on Transfer Portal and why you don't like it. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With your coverage from US Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At US Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Check it out.
What is it?
It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at US Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with US Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with US Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like
Running. This is the opening drive with three-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta, A. Marie Castillo, and J.J. Bach.
I don't want to wrap up some of the last thoughts. We've been talking about a stadium for United and just plans, right? Just this, what's good, arenas and stadiums and locations and how. And text line's up at 505-246-0610. It's area code 505-246-0610. I got, but Jeff, you're against the stadium. No, I'm not. I didn't like when it was up for vote last time. I didn't like the way that bond was, or that ballot measure was constructed. And obviously I wasn't alone because 65% of this city, the voting public didn't like it either. I'm not against them getting a stadium. I thought that one was I thought it was premature, that it was incomplete. It wasn't, what were we voting on? We didn't know. And I'm not against them getting a stadium. I think it'd be wonderful. Now, if I say that I think we need an arena more than we need a stadium, does that mean I'm against the stadium? No, I've been.
Well, I think we can.
You're not against them at all.
I think we can do both.
Yeah, and that's
because
the point.
Correct.
For United, they've gotten to the point where they have told you over and over, they heard loud and clear that the city wasn't on board with that, and so they've gone the private funding route. And if we talk about an arena, then that's the era we can talk about the city-owned, city funding.
That's theirs.
Stuff.
They will rent it out to tenants.
Yes. That makes sense. In this last deal for United, it wasn't a good one overall, and it was just give us the money and then we'll figure the rest out.
And the voting public said no.
And this makes more sense too for an arena to be a city-owned project and venture with what you're looking at putting in it, come through it versus a soccer-specific stadium.
How would you feel if the city just gave them the land, or $1 a year, or whatever? Basically gave them.
Well, it comes down to how you feel about United and the people that are buying the turquoise jerseys and showing up, no problem whatsoever, and people that are on the outside are going to have a problem. It's pretty much that simple.
You work with Brandon Vogt a lot, BB today over on News Radio. I know he's
all the time.
He's banging on the arena thing a lot, right?
BV, it's almost a shtick now, but it's he wants an arena. He's like,
Where does he want it?
He hasn't set a location. He just wants an arena here. Every time something is brought up in the news, or a big event, a big concert, a Final Four, a bowl, I mean, whatever, whatever have you, right?
You're building an NFL football stadium. We're not getting a Final Four anymore.
Yeah, I know. You know what I mean.
All right.
Bigger events.
All right, text
Bring
line.
in the money.
Yeah, I think it's right. Text line. No, Cesar Chavez is a bad location. I-25 in Gibson is better in my preference, this says. Same phone number continues. United ownership said they were going to self-finance their stadium after that city-friendly bond attempt failed. Now the city offers free land? ? It does appear the finance industry involved, United owner Peter T., can't or doesn't fully understand the concept of self-financing. Same emailer or same phone number continues. Again, Jeff furthers a bad idea, moving fairgrounds and building on its land an arena and a soccer stadium. His other bad idea being all high school football championship games at UNM Stadium. All right. But I-25
enjoyed all those other championship games that no one got to see this past year.
Tell me why I-25 in Gibson's a better idea than fairgrounds. And I mean, the text line's open. I'll ask you that. You like I-25 in Gibson? Okay. Why is that a better idea than the fairgrounds? That fairgrounds area. See, the way I envision this long term, to me, there's two.
So outdated.
Well, but to me, there's two kind of poppin' town areas in this town, right? It's Nob Hill and it's Uptown.
Absolutely.
And right in the middle is that area.
Yes.
And it feels like this would revive that and almost bring those two areas together. And I mean, I don't know. There's access. You've got art runs up and down there, so you actually have public transportation that would get you to and from there, which right now it doesn't even get you to the airport, for crying out loud, right? I don't know. That's
centrally located.
I've
It's
talked
very
to a lot
convenient.
of people about this. Yeah,
it's not too far from anywhere in town, airport, anything.
Yeah.
For me, in this, I am definitely pessimistic when it comes to the revitalization piece, because how many more people are going to get on board?
With what?
Like, let's just say the fairgrounds area.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work that.
No, it'd be a ton of work. I'm not telling you snap your finger. It's a 10-year project.
Like, and that's what even was my hesitation about the first United proposal. We're like, oh, we're going down here. It's going to be a boom. It's like, well, who's joining you? Like, who's going to go along this journey with you? The outside entities that are going to take the time to invest to. And you're always going to have to take a risk, and I understand that. But it's not as simple as drop stadium, this becomes the place to go, because you have to have people on board with you.
Yeah, I think that's right. And so if you put it in a place like where I'm thinking about, where there's already infrastructure there, the people who are already in
have like a little trolley from uptown over.
Okay.
Like that.
I mean, you got art right there. It's actually, you got public transit.
I'm not worried about public transportation. I just think it'd be nice to redo that area and bring in a lot of business and money and make it nice.
It'd be a long-term project. This isn't going to
happen overnight. Of course, not in a year.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. Harold says the pit is full. Ha ha ha. Look at the schedule at Madison Square Garden and tell me University Arena is being utilized anywhere near capacity. With all due respect, I mean, New York City is going to have a few more events than Albuquerque is. But the next one says, where are all the events, Jeff? Did you say we have outside events at University Arena October through March? Why not? Have you seen the schedule at other major arenas? They have NBA and NHL and a million other things, sometimes multiple events on the same day, yet we can't schedule around mostly one level basketball, one global contest a week.
Well, the problem is, what are you bringing in?
Well,
the building limits what you can do.
Yeah, the building itself does. The load in, load out, just because it takes longer to load in and out concerts, everything out of that building.
Structure-wise.
Everything out of that building. I see his point. You say, look, Staples Center, Crypto.com, or whatever it is now, can have a Laker game tonight, a Kings game tomorrow, the Clippers game the next night, and a big concert the next night, and why the hell can't we do it here? Well,
it's not designed for that.
It's not designed for that. I mean, it literally, you can't flip it as quickly. Honestly, simply because if you've been to an arena, it's on ground level. They have the rolling doors, the garage doors. You roll things in and out. You got one way up and down that ramp. You can't do it as quickly. And the city owns that, and that's what they're built for. That's what you don't have the staff for that here. You just flat out don't. I mean, nothing's
and it's still, during that time, you want that to be available for men and women's basketball team, because if there's events there, sometimes that takes away being able to practice, takes away going to your practice
center. But
but when there's bulls and thousands of people in the parking lot,
burn.
like
Gopher says not going to happen, Jeff. Fairs are dying. They're a dying relic from the 20th century. You're not going to spend big money to build a new one. If Fairgrounds ever closes, so will the New Mexico State Fair. Okay, maybe.
Do you really need anything to build a fairground? Just put up a fence.
I don't know what.
Say it's a fairgrounds, and then bring in your Ferris wheel.
Yeah, I don't know.
Put up a tent.
Dan says arena. Jeffrey Juan Jose Ana Maria. Any $250 million state-of-the-art facility is going to take the cooperation of all governmental entities: the city, the state, UNM, plus private industry. When Paul Krebs went off half-cocked, it says, and poured $60 million into dumpy old University Arena, it tied Lobo Athletics to that built until it's paid off in 2036, killed any hopes for decades of a new venue. Lobo Athletics is going to have to anchor a new facility. You aren't even going to make a dent keeping it financially sustainable with just a few concerts, an NCAA tournament every 4 or 5 years. WNBA loses millions. They're not coming here without an NBA club to subsidize them. D-League team was already here winning belts with Michael Cooper. It failed. AHL hockey, et cetera, aren't viable in a 15,000-seat arena. They're playing in venues like Santa Ana Star Center. It's from Dan.
So we don't bring in anything. We don't build anything. We just stay what it is.
Yeah, say what we are. I'll disagree with you that UNM has to anchor a new building. This city is and certainly should be and can be big enough to support more than one building.
Absolutely. And mid-sized cities can be successful with it. We won't be major like LA, Vegas, New York, the bigger cities, but we can be a good mid-sized city.
I always think
a hub. Yeah, hub was the perfect word.
I always think Spokane's a really good
Spokane.
So Spokane's got Gonzaga there. They've got Washington State 45 minutes down the road, so not in town. And that Spokane Arena hosts NCAA events. They host the Spokane Chiefs, the hockey club there. They've got they utilize it for high school basketball. Like I always thought another thing, and I'm sure that person who doesn't think centralized sports would be good, but don't you think like on a Friday night, a couple of and rotate it? It doesn't even have to be Friday, because I think then you'd be sealing yourself off from bringing in other dates. But don't you think like one night a week or something, or maybe even a month or something, highlighting and having like special high school basketball games in the arena? Don't you think that'd be cool for the players?
Yes.
Right, to have a video board and have them on the video board. No, Jeff, they'd lose their game in their gym.
This is like nothing new. Like there's so many cities like Albuquerque that are able to do this and sustain it. And yeah, you might not be getting 10,000 people in, but if you have minor league hockey, indoor football, you're rolling concerts through. You have state tournament events from wrestling to basketball. Like it's absolutely sustainable.
The fairgrounds, I asked why it's a bad idea.
Idaho Central Arena is a good one.
That's a good one. No, that's good. And that's right in downtown. Yeah.
Where they have a bunch of like events. We know they have Extra Mile Arena, but for their basketball teams,
they've got a city-owned facility,
and then they have a city-owned facility.
It's where the Steelheads
are able
play.
to make it work. Yeah. Albuquerque could do the same thing.
Steelheads play there; they get concerts. So I asked the question: why is it a bad idea? Why is Gibson 925 better? The same phone number texted back: the fairgrounds is a huge tract of land in which a stadium/arena project would be a mere speck. It would be an urban planning crisis to infill it beyond a stadium. Otherwise, the fairgrounds is state property the city would have to buy. Anyone here remember the Albuquerque Civic Center? I don't remember the Albuquerque Civic Center. So he's saying it's just too big, and the city would have to buy it. It's state property, and it's too big. And what would you infill around it? Well, I think you got all kinds of opportunity then, don't you?
Yes.
I mean, I know we could find a problem with everything. If you don't like something, you could find a problem with anything. I'll tell you what's going to happen. We're going to talk about this arena for another 27 years. I mean, I got here in 1996, and we were talking about it then and how badly we needed it. Now, I do think the soccer stadium's going to happen. I think it's going to go, and like I told you the other day or whenever it was, I think it's going to go up Balloon Fiesta Park, and I think it's going to be great for them.
And I believe this is best case scenario for an opportunity for multiple things to happen. Because if you have the private funding, United does their thing, they're absolutely going to get help from the city when it comes to the land. Like, that's going to happen. But then it would allow this city to focus on something else. And this is one where you put it on the list because people are going to start screaming about everything else. And yes, there's important things we need to handle in Albuquerque, public safety, all those types of things. Like, that's, we understand that. But if you're looking at, all right, when you get to the, it's not not cost of living, quality of life things, where you start investing in your community, safety, education, all that stuff starts to go up. All right, cool. You got a soccer stadium, they're doing their thing. You're looking at an arena.
This person didn't like the Spokane analogy. He said, yes, let's aspire to be Spokane. I'm not saying let's aspire to be Spokane, although it's a pretty damn nice place and a good quality of living. There's places that you can look and say, here's a similar sized city. How did things work? I'm not telling you to model your city after Spokane. You can look at things and look at models that work. Did I say let's aspire to be Spokane? Although, you know what? People who live in Spokane freaking like it. They just don't like the weather. It's not a horrible place. This one said, what about University in Lomas? All the car dealerships are gone. I don't hate that. A lot of land right there. I don't hate that either. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. I'll read them when they come in. You don't have to like my ideas. I'm down. At least I got a few ideas. Whatever. Nope, let's not be Spokane, Jeff. Let's just be Albuquerque like we've always been. That's way better. You're right. Let's just keep doing what we've always done, and we'll always be what we've always been, and we won't get any better. But you're right. Let's not look at other places that you don't think are good as a model of how things have gone, because no way can anybody else have a good idea. No way should we maybe, hey, that kind of worked there. JJ, why would we aspire to be Boise? Why would we want to look at what they did in their damn place? It's cold there. You got a lot of potatoes. It's throwing you out ideas. And let's get it done. That's all. Wouldn't it be cool if we got something done?
Yes.
Improve the
Change
quality
the
of
narrative.
life? It'd be really cool. What if you got something done about your eyes? You're not seeing well. You got to wear contacts and lenses and all kinds of stuff. And every time it's mess, right? Now with the wind, it's gonna be like 60-mile-an-hour winds and the dirt and dust. I remember when I was wearing contacts and would get in your contacts and it was just misery. Ditch them. If you are a candidate, Dr. Stephen Coleman will tell you, and he will take care of you. It's the place for LASIK. I went there in 2006. It is still life-changing. 2003 is when I went there. 2003, when I was anchoring at Channel 13. Got LASIK. I was wearing lenses, wearing glasses. I didn't want to wear them anymore. It was just miserable. Went in there. He said I got a high degree of astigmatism. He specializes in that. In fact, Dr. Coleman is in on the cutting-edge technology. He helped develop it. Started at Sandia Labs here in New Mexico, but it's used all around the world, and people come from everywhere to Coleman Vision to get their LASIK done because Dr. Stephen Coleman is the best. I mean, it really is that simple, and you'll understand it the second you walk in the door. The atmosphere, the comfort, and then when you meet Dr. Coleman and walk through the process, you'll get it. He'll tell you if you're not a candidate, and if you are, he'll walk you through the process, and I would suggest getting it done. 20 years later, it's still changed my life. Call Dr. Stephen Coleman over at Coleman Vision. Make an appointment and see about ditching the lenses. See about ditching contacts. See about seeing again. 505-821-8880. 505-821-8880. Or go online. It's colemanvision.com.
Too strong. It's going to be a rebound there by Brown. Brown gets it in. Bucket there by Alter.
Crossover for Jackson. Salas steals the rebound and finds a cutting Mitchell at the rim.
Great move.
It's almost even in the foul territory, and the Cueva looking to take advantage. Said Yates draws the foul, and one opportunity is said, gives the muscles down.
And it's 11-4, 38. Another turnover by Rio Grande. Montoya off the glass, up and in, back-to-back layups for the Demons.
Was stolen away again by Valdez.
going to bring it out.
Valdez has to have around 3 or 4 steals. 3 by Mays.
Bingo! That one rattles in for Alyssa Mays, and the All-District Player of the Year has 12.
Penetrates, no foul called. Rodriguez lines one up and knocks down the 3. First basket of the night.
Has to back it out.
Look at this deep 3.
Wow! That was from NBA range.
What a steal. Stevison 2-on-1, gets up, gets it in.
He doesn't use it, comes back out to Dominguez, who takes a 3. Boom! There's that man, Superman.
Turns, shoots off. Oh, he made that.
Wow. That was crazy. That was a crazy shot.
Has everybody on him. Now he got open.
Open look for a 3, and that's what he does. A 3 for Denaclaw. His first bucket of the game. And that's a 3, and it'll count at the buzzer.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With your covered from US Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At US Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
All right, so I've been informed the Civic Center was a circular arena near then St. Joseph's Hospital near Grand and I-25. That I didn't know. We got a texter. We've been talking about a new stadium for United potentially out at Balloon Fiesta Park or where. In an arena. JJ, you brought up Boise. This texter says, Idaho Central Arena is a good example, JJ. They actually hosted the Big Sky Championship, men's and women's, I believe. They also hosted indoor track events and non-sports related events. And by the way, Boise State is not in the Big Sky. I don't think you said that. I think what he's no. I think what he's saying is they hosted the championships, even though they're because you didn't say that.
Been
I know
covering Mountain West for
half
your life.
I think what he's saying is even though they're not in the Big Sky, they hosted the Big Sky because they have the arena.
Yeah. You can fly into Boise. Like that's part of my point is you could get things like that even if not Mountain West championships.
Maybe
not
the WAC
here, but
the WAC's not leaving Vegas. But
no, WAC's not leaving Vegas. But even if you're looking at D2 JUCO events, like all that stuff would be on the table.
Yeah, no, I read that.
When you reread it, it makes sense. I'm like, does someone really think I don't?
Yeah, no, you never said that.
Like I said, you've been covering Mountain West half your life.
Yeah. Well, that's a long one. High schools won't want to play there, just like they don't want to play at University Stadium, Jeff. They aren't giving up a home game. It's from Ren. P.S. The soccer stadium is going to be shoved down everyone's throat after being voted down, just like the speeding cameras are back after voters said, no, that's pretty good. Right? I mean, we all voted against
voted down
the speeding camera.
Yeah, it was voted down by just handing them a bunch of city money, not because people don't think a soccer stadium would work.
All right, this one says fair is good because no red tape or anti-government politics. It's state-owned. MOU between state and city. Balloon Fiesta avoids anti-growth politics as well because it's city-owned land. I'm not sure I understand. So anti-growth politics. So how does it avoid anti-growth politics? It's city land, so we go out there. I'm not sure.
Anti-growth. So the balloon fiesta. What?
I don't know. I'll figure that one out. All right. Sid is in on a new arena. Here's a little history as I remember it, Mr. Symbieta. And he actually even spelled my name right. Thank you.
Wow.
The need for a new facility was acknowledged as far back as the early 80s. University Arena was too small and antiquated in the 80s. The Band-Aid was going to be arched support beams outside the building that would hold a center-hung megavision inside, supporting the weak roof, funded jointly by UNM and the city. But the city balked at paying their share. I know you're not going to believe this, but the city was broke, and counselors didn't want those funds spent on a state facility when they could be used for pork in their individual districts. UNM was also poor and couldn't afford to proceed on their own, so the project died. In the late 80s, there was talk about building an all-new 25,000-seat super pit, but I don't think it ever got past the talking stage. Then in the mid-90s, Mayor Marty first proposed a new downtown arena. At first, it was going to be privately funded, but not surprisingly, nobody with enough cash stepped forward without a viable business model in place. So, as Mayor Marty's team went on, the plans were constantly in flux, but it never got to the point of being serious, partly because you have two factions in the city. It has to be the downtown crowd, and then there's the anywhere but downtown crowd. It also didn't help when Rio Rancho built a now struggling competing venue in the middle of nowhere. In my opinion, Sid continues, the most logical place is the fairgrounds as a replacement to Dumpy Tingley. There's plenty of parking. It's centrally located with easy access, and people are already used to attending big events there. An area in desperate need of real redevelopment. However, that means our governmental entities would actually have to work together. Business leaders, politicos, UNM, the city of Albuquerque, the state of New Mexico are all going to have to check their egos at the door, get around a table and actually talk to each other with the goal of doing what's best for the citizens of New Mexico and not their own. Unfortunately, that rarely happens around here. It's from Sid. All right. I remember the stuff in the 90s. I didn't know the stuff about the 80s. He likes the fairgrounds area. We can have this conversation all we want. It sounds like they're moving on the balloon fiesta. Clarification on the anti-growth politics. It's city-owned land. So that way the government nor the United would have to buy the land. Since the city already owns it, they just give it to the United, is the way I'm understanding this is going to play. So that's the way I understand it. All right. Tell BV I took up his fight today for him. Although I've been beating this drum for a long time.
No.
Too.
Would there be like a deal similar to what we see with the Isotopes?
Yeah,
they give them back some money because they gave them land.
I would imagine so because, right, I mean, the Isotopes manage that. Yeah. Theoretically, now I think it'll be different, actually. Theoretically, Isotopes Park, Rio Grande Credit Union Field at Isotopes Park, is a city-owned facility that is managed by the Isotopes because it was built with city money. The way I'm understanding this,
even if it's a privately funded stadium,
it would be. I don't think
nice
the city
gesture.
Unless, well, it'd be a great gesture. Unless there's
like,
rent on
thanks for this land that we didn't have to pay millions of dollars.
Unless
for.
there's a rent on the land, and I'm going to guess it's going to be $1 a year, right? They're going to give it to them. So I would guess the city gets nothing out of that. That's my guess. I don't know the details on this, but if it's here, we're giving you the land, and you pay your lease of $1 a month. That's your obligation to us, or $1 a year, whatever. And maybe it's more than that. I don't know. But whatever that lease would be, if they build it, it's going to be their stadium. I don't think the city's going to get anything out of it. 505-246-0610. All right. I do want to get into the transfer stuff. The rumors that are running around Louisville basketball. You still have a lot to say on yesterday's topic, which was coaches' salaries and guys coming and going with Louisville basketball. And the question is, why would a 6'9" guy from that school want to come here? I got a pretty easy answer for you next.
We've been talking about great locations in Albuquerque and what is convenient. Well, I got a place for you, and I've been telling you about it daily here on the radio. It's 377 Brewery. I don't know what I got to do. If you haven't been over there, you got to get over there. It's locally owned. It's a family-friendly, pet-friendly brewery, and they have amazing events going on weekly. They just brought back their brunch. I love their brunch. It's every Sunday from 9 to 1. It includes your breakfast favorites, and they have a lot of healthy options. It's 100% scratch kitchen. It's going to be fresh, made to order. It's great, and the best part is they have a mimosa and Bloody Mary bar. You got to get over to 377 Brewery. It's on the northwest corner of Yale and Gibson, or check them out at 377brewery.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Check it out.
What is it?
It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at U.S. Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with U.S. Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with U.S. Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With your covered from U.S. Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At U.S. Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
The Sports Animal.
All right, you can keep them coming, but everybody around here now talking about it. I'd build the stadium. I'd build United a stadium, it says, right here on the text line. Of course, I'd collect payment from them for doing so, along with their annual lease payment. No wonder Mr. Peter T. is hooking it up with Tim Keller. Okay. Even the stadium, is this another? Yeah, this is somebody else. Even the stadium topic won't save Brandon. Tell him they'll have, he doesn't like Brandon's politics, so he took a shot at him.
Really?
Yeah. Tell him
That's
they'll,
why.
tell him they'll have Ronchetti and Donald Trump
productive.
rallies there, and he might be all in.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Come on, y'all.
All right.
God, people are. Come on, be better.
It is what it is, man. Right? That's what that show's all about. Come on, you're gonna. What'd you tell me about hate radio the other day?
Oh, hate radio is a real thing.
Yeah.
Hate listening.
Yeah, or hate.
That's what
listening.
we call it.
Yeah. Richard said, reply to JJ. We already have a Boise arena. It's called the Santa Ana Star Center.
No,
They're built at the same time for the same cost. They're virtually the same size. That might be true. They might even look alike. I don't even know. I was in what's it called out there? The downtown one in Boise.
Not benefiting Albuquerque.
No,
That's
no.
the point of this conversation.
That's yes, making it better.
All right.
Positive, productive ideas to make this city
so
better.
waiting for that downtown Rio Rancho boom.
And this guy says that this is the guy on the stadium said I'd gladly build an arena too. I guess it started out with what Trevisani, I guess the other day said, I can't tell you where it's going to be, but it rhymes with Lagoon Siesta Park. He was being,
what?
He was being funny.
Well, they're scheduled to have a press conference this afternoon at Balloon Fiesta Park.
Yeah, that's right. So there you go. It's been talked for a long time. I have no problem with the stadium. I think they, good for them, and they get the stadium if that's the right spot and that's what makes sense. It's where it's going to go. I mean, we can talk about it. We'll talk about the funding on it and how you feel about giving them the land if that's how it goes. But we'll have those conversations. All right. Yesterday we had a lot of conversation about Louisville basketball and about salaries and what should coaches' salaries be and how much is competitive and how can you be competitive and all this stuff. And then there was transfer portal news, JJ. There's a player that is in the portal from Iona. His name is Nelly Jr. Joseph. 6'9", average almost 15 points and over 9 rebounds. The game last year for Rick Pitino. He's in the transfer portal. And he's being recruited by New Mexico, and it might be close, it might not be. There were a lot of tweets. Or tweets reports. If it comes from a reporter and it's a tweet, it's a report, right?
Yes, I guess.
If it comes from a guy with a podcast, is it a report?
I mean,
I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah.
They're all reporters
All right.
these days.
So there was a tweet out yesterday from a local blogger, and it said that Nelly Jr. Joseph had committed, and oh yeah, great, and then he just said, "I am not committed." Did you see that?
I did see that.
I don't know if that scares him away. I don't think it will. If he's going to come, he's not going to be scared away by a local podcast guy that tweeted something out. That, let me tell you, and then I got all these, why would a guy like that come here if he's going to be fourth fiddle? And this says, Gopher says, whoa, Nelly, whoa, Jeffy. Why would anyone want to leave Iona to come here and be the third or fourth banana? Well, he would be the first banana in the post, right?
Yeah.
I mean, using Gopher's terms, I mean, he'd be your guy in the, it's 6'9", and he would basically take the role that Morris Udeze had, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Why would he not want to come here, Gopher? Morris Udeze is playing in that all-star game at the Final Four this week with an opportunity to be seen by scouts. Morris Udeze came here in his game, I mean, would you say exponentially elevated from what it was at Wichita State in this offense?
Yes, it did.
Why would he not want to come here, Gopher? I mean, we love to look at the negative. Well, guys are leaving, and Josiah said, oh, okay. Why would he not want to be here? For the life of me, I don't understand some of this stuff. This is a guy, I mean, I don't know. I trust in what Richard Pitino can do and recruit because I saw what he did last year.
Well, this is one of the ones that it's very easy to connect the dots in the transfer portal.
Sure.
Guy from Iona who played in the pit this year. When his head coach goes to St. John's, if he's not getting recruited to St. John's, hey, Richard, I'll put in a good word with Nelly for you.
Yeah. I mean, the place was sold out that day, right? Yeah. Yeah. Why wouldn't it? Tell me why. Tell me again why not? I don't, for the life of me, don't understand it. All right. We were talking a lot yesterday about contracts and what to pay a coach and how much is to pay the coach. And you guys sent in a bunch of stuff towards the end of it. And I didn't really get to a lot of it. We're talking about, how did we get into it? Oh, was it VCU? Where would you rather live, Richmond or so they got all those jobs, right? Ryan Oden took the job at VCU. He left Utah State. And the guy from who went up and took the South Florida job.
Kennesaw State.
Yeah.
Coach. And pretty much South Florida said, hey, first one to get here gets the job.
Yeah, who wants it, right?
It felt like 3 or 4 different people had that job in the last few days.
Jack says, couldn't disagree with JJ more. If my decision was to live in Logan or Tampa, I'm getting paid more to do it. There's no decision. I'm going to Tampa. Okay.
I was agreeing with Ryan Odom yesterday on that.
I know, dude. We used to hear coaches say they needed a million years on their deal. I read you this one yesterday, but I'll finish it. They couldn't recruit unless they were going to be around for the entire eligibility to recruit. But the days of mercenaries, rosters are built from scratch every year. Why haven't contracts gone year to year? Yeah, that's not how that's going to play. I think you know that, right? I think we all are well aware of that. This one's on Josiah Alec from Glenn. It says, Jeff, if I'm a recruit, why would I want to come and get myself in the same situation Josiah is extricated himself from, where you aren't going to get a lot of touches? I mean, does every guy need the ball all the time? Have you watched basketball? Is that what the transfer portal is, do you think? Is every dude's in there just to find a place where I can get the ball more? Maybe.
Yes. I think that's the way a lot of people feel
then maybe he's got a point then. Then why would anybody come and I mean, there's one ball. You got 2 guys who are going to get the ball in the backcourt. Now 3 with Dent, In-House, and Mashburn. You know you're going to bring in a post. Let's just say Nelly Jr. Joseph comes here.
Well, just as said, that's the reason he's leaving.
Why? Because he's not getting the ball. But Glenn says, why would a recruit come here if he's not going to get the damn ball? I'm like, some guys have to understand what their limitations are, what their roles are, and every dude's not going to play pro ball. I know that's hard to tell somebody who's a sophomore, junior, or even a senior, because every one of them thinks they're going to play pro ball, but they're not. I don't know. Lobo Hobo says, can't wait for the hoe, Jeff. With the Final Four, I'm expecting you to hoe tomorrow like you never hoed before. I'll work on that. Harold said, staying healthy. Jeff, can we stop with the narrative that every team in every sport needs to stay healthy to make a run? I think it's going to be part of it. Who made a run with all their dudes hurt? Saskin. How'd Wyoming do? I mean, you're going to show me a team where, they lost this guy and fought through. Yeah, it happens periodically. But are the Lakers making a run with that hurt Anthony Davis? They're not, are they? Are the Suns making a run if Kevin Durant can't play? Are the Denver Nuggets making a run with Nikola Jokic hurt? If Giannis gets hurt, how deep of a run are the Bucks making? Look what happened last year when they lost Middleton.
Injuries are a thing.
I mean, are we going to lose the narrative? No. I don't like to drone on and on about it, but no, we're not going to lose that narrative. It's going to be part of what happens. Simply. It's part of just the way it is. All right. The way it is 505-246-0610. It's area code 505-246-0610. One of the most dynamic women's basketball players you have ever seen just got awarded. Who and why you need to see her if you haven't. Next on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. You do anything to keep your vehicle happy.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. The Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With You're Covered from US Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At US Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
Check it out. What is it? It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at US Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with US Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with US Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With You're Covered from US Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At U.S. Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro.
Hey, we got the bouquet bracket going on. Go over our website.
Are you trying to bring up all the heated subjects today?
What do you
Because
mean?
now people get crazy about their burritos, their tacos.
I don't know what the hell just happened here, dude. Like, honestly, what? I went to
You-
our website and what the hell is this?
This bring up the stadium.
Like, I honestly don't know what to do here.
I have to get IT involved.
Seriously. Well, all right. So this is going to somewhat preclude me of doing what I did really well, or what I wanted to do here.
I can pull it up for you.
No, well, I told you before we went to break about maybe the best player I've ever seen in women's basketball. And Cheryl Miller always stood, and we had a caller named Edward the other day who said the same thing. And Cheryl Miller's always been to me unbelievable. He's not wrong when he says she used to beat Reggie, right? The hell happened here, man?
My favorite is when they would cheer hit Cheryl and the fans when back in the day when they were in New York playing the Knicks. Reggie Miller, they would chant his sister's name.
Yeah.
That was the best.
She was unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Caitlin Clark's close, man. And I just asked you, is she better than Sabrina Ionescu from Oregon, who was, she and Kobe were tight and she was terrific? And you said, yeah, absolutely. I think you're right. She was just honored as the Player of the Year by the Associated Press in women's basketball. I was junior guard, and she recorded her first 40-point triple-double. 40-point triple-double in the history of the NCAA to get Iowa to the Final Four for the first time in 30 years. So she was honored today as the Associated Press Women's Basketball Player of the Year, 20 of the 28 votes. And she's unbelievable. If you've not seen her, find her. If you have not seen her,
watch the Final Four this weekend.
Watch the Final Four.
She gets to play the best team in women's college basketball in South Carolina. And they haven't lost since the beginning of last year. And they're trying to go for back-to-back titles. And Aaliyah Boston arguably is the best player in college basketball, even though that Caitlin Clark just won.
Do you think Aaliyah Boston's better than her? I mean,
It
this is a show, man. Every time she's out, Clark is terrific, isn't she?
Yeah. And so is
I'm not saying,
Boston.
yeah.
No, team that hasn't lost in almost 2 years.
Yeah, she's got a better team around her. There's a bunch more
That was
there.
pretty good.
Yeah, no, I was good there in the Final Four. Yeah, South Carolina
Clark
hasn't
is
lost
just,
in 2
it's
years.
so much fun watching.
And her range, the Steph Curry range.
Yes.
Right?
Seen the game, extend for these women. So many good shooters in the game. And this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, are 2 Final Fours worth watching.
It's yeah. When are they playing? Sunday and Tuesday?
Sunday.
So they go opposite of the men's. All right. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. I'll get back. I'm going to find myself access to get your correspondence here. This is the craziest thing. I went to our website, Sports Animal.
Friday. They play Friday, excuse me.
They play Friday.
So it's Friday, and then they'll highlight the championship game on Sunday.
Okay.
In Dallas, Texas.
In Dallas. Yeah, everything's in Texas because, well, everything's in Texas. So, all right.
I like that.
When we return, you want to get into Final Four a little bit? It's opening day in baseball, by the way. We hit that early, but if you want to get into baseball, this is one of those great days. It's one of, like, to me, one of the top 5. For some people, it's their favorite day on the sports calendar. It's one of the top 5 for me. I love those Thursday, Friday is the same thing to me. I know they're 2 different days, but Thursday, Friday, the NCAA tournament, it might be my favorite. Master Sunday's great. NFC, AFC championship game in football's great. I like it better than Super Sunday because you get 2.
Saturday might be your favorite day.
This coming Saturday?
Yes.
It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to being there. I've never been in NRG Stadium. I haven't been to a
Jeff's going to the Final Four.
I've been to a Final Four probably in 15 years. So it's been a minute, so it's probably time to go back. And there's a pretty good reason to go back now. And each day I got a couple more people. Hey, are you going? And who's going? And so I've got a few more homies that are going that I'm going to be able to catch up with. And looking forward to seeing our buddy Jerry Palm.
I'm jealous.
Should I bring him his gear instead of just sending it to him?
Yes.
No, I'm going to send it to him. Nobody wants to carry that stuff back and forth. But yeah, I'm looking forward just to being around that whole thing and the excitement that is Final Four. And I'm interested in seeing how the country responds to it. So we'll do that. All right. When we return, we'll start hour number 3. NBA stuff. Something happened in the NBA that hadn't happened since 2006. Well, maybe not sound that long ago, but that was pretty long ago. And it was the longest period for this to happen in the NBA actively. That got snapped last night. What does it mean? And now what? Can they actually make a run? I think so. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Check it out. What is it? It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at U.S. Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with U.S. Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with U.S. Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With your covered from US Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At US Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Check it out. What is it? It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future and get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at US Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with US Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with US Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports.
This is a serious subject in Albuquerque and New Mexico.
Yeah, if one of you guys could pull this up, I'm really struggling with this.
I'm scared to do it.
I know.
You want me to pull up the birthday bracket? I have
Yes,
it.
please.
Yeah.
And let's let people know what we're voting on. So your brackets are dead. My brackets are dead. Everybody's like that's cool. You don't have to tell people your brackets are busted. Everybody's brackets are busted. Everybody knows. B, nobody cares, right? So what we've done for you is done a little interactive stuff, and you've been nominating stuff over the last bunch of weeks, and now we're down to voting on foods, right? What do you got?
Okay, so there's different categories. I'm pulling it up as well. So,
by the way, we got tickets to give away, and we're going to do that coming up at 9:40 this morning. 9:40 this morning. We're going to give away tickets to go see Smashing Pumpkins. You down with that?
Yes.
All right, we got tickets to give away.
So it's categories: tacos, burritos,
everything you love.
Everything you love in New Mexico, and they picked 3. People voted, and there's 3 in every category, and then you have to vote on who is the best in every category. Then they announce winners on April 10th.
So what am I voting on right now? Give me something to vote on.
Okay, so best taco. Sorry, I'm trying to pull it up as well.
So I know there was like best breakfast burrito.
I have it.
It was Blake's Golden Pride and
Stripes. Okay, so I have it all up here. So the best breakfast burritos: Stripes, Blake's, or Golden Pride.
Who are you voting for?
Stripes.
Really? They're good. I got to go number 2 at Golden Pride. I go 2 and 9 because I'm fat and happy, and I eat them both. The 2's the carne elevada with cheese and egg.
Oh,
and,
we know.
And the 9,
if you're from here.
Yeah, and the 9 is the green chili bacon. Yeah, that's terrific. All right, so we're voting differently, but that's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
What else?
JJ?
You got a favorite breakfast burrito out of those 3? Blake's, Stripes, Golden Pride?
I'm gonna shock people.
Yeah, you're going.
I've not had a Stripes burrito yet.
All right, so that probably isn't going to be.
I'm not mad.
Yeah.
They're
good.
Someone needs to give me one.
They're great.
Somebody needs to give me one. Yeah,
I
They
go
actually
Golden
cook
Pride.
their potatoes. Golden Pride? Yeah. Classic choice. Best queso dip: Sadie's, Tomasitas, which is a sweet deal this week, and Monroe's.
Ooh,
that's a tough one, huh?
Sadie's.
Man, I'm torn. I have to come back to that one.
All right, fair enough. You got one?
I'll go Sadie's.
I'll probably go Sadie's though. Best enchiladas: Cocina Azul, El Patron, and Cervantes.
Ooh, man.
I love Cocina Azul. I just started going there often.
Okay, Cocina Azul is one of my
So
favorites.
good. Go-to. It's one of my go-tos
best
now.
enchiladas, though. I mean,
That's a tough one.
Cocina Azul, Cervantes, and what was the other one?
El Patron.
Oh, so you know what's really good at El Patron? They've
The
got
enchiladas?
this like seafood and calabacitas enchilada.
Ooh.
I'm going going off the charts. I'm going to go as much as I love Cocina Azul. That's what I get at El Patron.
Mm-hmm.
I get that seafood and calabacitas enchiladas with like they've got this white sauce on it, white green chili. I'm going there. I'm going El Patron.
Ooh. I'm sticking with Cocina Azul.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
fair.
them.
No,
I
I love
love
them,
them.
too. I love them, too.
They've become one of my go-to spots.
I think that's right. Yeah, all of their locations are really good.
Yes.
Yeah, you got an enchilada?
I'd go Cocina Azul.
All right.
That's crazy. Best huevos rancheros. Oof. Duran Central Pharmacy. Oh man.
Yeah, that's great.
Frontier or Vic's Daily Cafe.
I don't know Vic's. at
Neither
all.
do I.
I don't know Vic's.
How do I not know Vic's?
Yeah.
Someone tell me. I'll go try it.
I might go Duran's.
Me too. I love Duran's as well. Their breakfast burritos are huge. Best taco. I don't agree with this, but Casa Taco, Little Anita's, Pericos.
I don't have a vote.
El Paisea is my favorite taco place in Albuquerque. If no one's ever been there, they should.
Where did I just have? You know where I just was? Barrelas.
Ooh,
How's Barrelas
so
not on
good.
anything?
I
just
you
had
know
the
what?
combo
They're
plate.
not on here.
Nominate before the brackets got to the
You
top
had
three.
to, but now you got to do the finals.
So I'm going on. I'm writing in Barrelas because I mean they're tacos because usually I get them on that combo plate and they're like soaked in the red and green because I get red on the enchilada and green on the burrito, and it's soaked. So that's my favorite one. So I'm writing in.
Okay, and this JJ, do you have a best taco? El Paiseo for me, but it's not on here.
Of those, I'd go Pericos.
I like Pericos too,
Or
though.
their chicken tacos.
So this one's interesting to me. 'cause
Pericos.
I haven't heard of this, and I hear this just blows Blake's Golden Pride out of the going back to breakfast burrito. But this is for best carne nevada. Casa de Benavides, Mixed Chili Fix, or New Mexico Beef Jerky Company. I heard New Mexico Beef Jerky Company is like the best. I've never been there. Have you guys?
No. Well, I mean, if no. But since you're going off the board, you know where I go for best breakfast burrito. Even though those three with Papa Frank's is my guy.
Yeah,
Papa Frank's
but this is
for me best breakfast burrito.
Carne Nevada, but New Mexico Beef Jerky Company. Everyone's been raving about it. I got to get over there. I hear there's a line all the time. Like,
all right, where is it?
I don't know.
New Mexico Beef Jerky Company.
I guess it's the best burrito now. Like people.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I love me some Papa Frank's now.
You do, and you introduced me to that. They're very good.
I love that place.
Bang for your buck too. Okay, best green chili stew.
Ooh.
Hot tamales, los cuates, el pinto, and
I don't know. I don't know that I've ever had any of their green chili stews.
I haven't. This is great.
Yeah, I don't know that I've got. I mean, there's some good green chili stew around. What did I just have?
Next categories.
You know who's got a sneaky decent green chili stew? And it's not on there, and I don't know if I would tell you it's the best. The new Bosque Brewery up on Eubank in Spain. So their food's
That's a
pretty
great
good.
location. I just went there too.
Great location. It's always packed. The food's decent and actually really good. And they have a sneaky decent green chili stew.
Rio Bravo Brewing Company does too. I like Bosque a lot. And then the last one is best green chili cheeseburger. This is a tough one. They got Sparky's, Laguna Burger, and Monte Carlo.
Yeah,
God,
Monte
I love
Carlo's
Monte
is
Carlo.
so
Classic.
good. Yeah, Monte Carlo is just a classic spot. Because I haven't had the other two, I'm going Monte Carlo.
I'm not saying this because I work with them, but if you haven't had the green chili cheeseburger at 377, please go try it.
Yeah. What did I have there? Whatever I had there was pretty good.
Did you have fish and chips?
Maybe.
Their food is so good.
Yeah, maybe it was pretty good.
Anyways, birthday bracket. Finals are April 10th.
Vote on our website, sportsanimal.
We're going to start some fights today between Stadium and birthday bracket, I swear.
Didn't plan on that being the whole thing, but because I did tease you this going in, so we're going to
bring up the transfer portal.
Yeah, well, we're going to hit
next year for sure I'm going to nominate nachos as a category.
Yes, JJ. Yes.
Yeah, how is nachos not on?
We're big nachos guys. We're big nacho guys.
Well, nachos is more of a food than queso is. Queso is like I told you, I think it's a condiment, isn't it? Nobody eats queso by itself. If you don't eat it by itself, then it's a condiment. Nobody. You ever just eat ketchup?
It's nachos. I don't think
seriously.
it's a condiment. It's an appetizer. It's a
Do you just take a spoon and eat queso?
I
you
mean,
dip something in it.
Listen,
right?
I not my proudest moment, but I have done that.
All right, and we've all eaten a ketchup packet too. I mean, okay.
Whatever.
But do you ever? I mean, normally you either put it on something or dip something in it. You don't ever like. What are you having for dinner? Queso. Well, no. I mean, queso. So queso is a condiment.
Queso. Yeah.
Right. Or queso on top of. But nachos.
He's good in the queso game.
Who?
Chipotle.
Is that right?
Yes.
Did not know that. All right.
Eat a ton of that on the road.
Hey, do you want me to you want me to tell you about what I was telling you before we went into the break? 16-year hiatus. It hadn't been done since 2006. This is kind of a deal. This is Kenny Thomas's deal. Sacramento Kings are going to the playoffs. First time since 2006. They won last night, 120. They won by 40 points over Portland. They beat Portland by 40. Will you educate
because
people?
You could not name a player in the Trailblazers starting lineup that played last night.
All right, fair enough. But they're still an NBA team, and they're getting run off the court by 40. Will you educate people on Darren Fox and Malik Monk? And if you've not seen the Sacramento Kings, you're going to all of a sudden run into them in the playoffs. You're going to, like here in 2 weeks, you're going to start watching the playoffs, right? No, honestly. And right now, the first round match is going to be Sacramento versus Golden State. And you're going to sit there and that's how it is right now. Now, I don't know how it's going to play out. But a first round series is going to be Sacramento Golden State. And you're going, I mean, gosh, that's like the San Diego State has to play Furman. Are you kidding me? Right? You're going to laugh at it. And I think they're going to be competitive. Now, I don't think they can get through Golden State, right? I think Golden State, but they can. But they can.
Well, especially if
they're the three.
The MVP of the NBA Finals, you could argue, was Andrew Wiggins. And he has not played for the Warriors, and they don't know when he's coming back. And at this point in time, you cannot factor in Andrew Wiggins.
I agree with that.
In the postseason, and that is a huge piece. Now,
tell people about the Sacramento Kings. So explain this, because that is the team that has been the most them and the Orlando Magic, I would argue, have been the most innocuous, irrelevant, just whatever teams in the NBA for the last
time you
decade.
cared about the Kings
was when the
is
Maloofs
when
owned
the not even just here locally,
Bloody
but
Devots.
when they couldn't figure out how to beat the Lakers in the playoffs.
Yeah, when they were
Early
up 3
2000s.
3-1, and Derek Fisher hit that shot, and All right. You guys want to talk about the food? Of course you do. Mike, you're in on the Burke bracket. You're on the Sports Animal. What's up, Mike?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Good. What's happening?
So I thought I would just call and let you guys know. Have you guys eaten at Padilla's right there on Girard? It's kind of like hidden.
Yep.
You guys have all eaten there, right?
I have. I don't know
Yeah,
if you guys
I
have.
was surprised. Yeah, I was surprised that wasn't on there because they have really good food there, and a lot of people don't know about that place. And also, my favorite tacos are El Cotoro. Have you guys ever been there?
I do not know El Cotoro. What is that?
No,
No,
I love
it's on Carlisle and Central, pretty much, and they have like the best elote ever. Like,
hey.
So is it on
Yeah, for
Carlisle
sure.
or Central? Where on Carlisle?
It's on Carlisle and Central, but you kind of go down the little. It's like right behind Santang, so it's like more on Copper, I guess.
So it's
like
north
right-
of Central. North of Central.
North of Central, like immediately north. Like once you turn.
Yeah.
once
Oh, I
you
know.
turn
I know
onto
where it is. Right,
Carlisle-
right, and then you turn east. You just turn on that little street east.
Yep. And then, yeah.
What's it called?
Well,
El what?
west.
Oh, go
It's
west.
called El Cotoro, and there's like
I'm
an
hungry.
outdoor patio place. Yeah, you guys got to go check that out. Like their beer is really good.
We
The
like good
elote,
beer.
though, I'm telling you,
All
man,
right,
you
I'm
guys
down.
got to if you like street corn.
Yeah.
Check that place out for sure.
All right, I'll
But
send
yeah,
our salespeople
opening
over
day, baby. I just called into work. I call into work every opening day. 'Cause I just
Attaboy.
want to sit back and
Hopefully they're
I'm
not
gonna start
listening.
drinking beer. Like, yeah, I'm gonna start drinking beer now.
All right,
you guys
we'll-
have a good
we'll
day.
go get some
I'm gonna
food.
be watching baseball all day, man.
Later, Mike.
wanna hang
enjoy
out
it.
with Mike.
No doubt. He's going to load
That's-
up on food from El Cotoro.
Yeah,
Get
are all of
tacos.
us not feeling well all of a sudden?
All of a sudden, I'm a little pecked.
We got about 45 minutes.
Yeah, I'm a little warm.
Got a little warm.
My head hurts. Me duele en la cabeza, no? See, what's up, Sherman? I know what you like. You're on the Sports Animal. What's up, Sherman?
Oh, this is great.
Well, I got to tell you, number 7 at Golden Pride is by far the best in the city.
7?
No.
But I want to ask about Monte Carlo. Is it local? Is it a chain?
Yeah,
I don't know.
no,
Monte
it's
Oh
an
my
old school
God, it's
steakhouse.
the best. It's connected to a liquor store.
Yeah. So if you go straight down Stadium, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and it's like Stadium near Trisco, kind of.
I wish.
Oh.
Yeah.
You have to go.
Yeah.
But you have to go. It's always busy though, so just.
Call me. Let's go to lunch.
It's
We'll find
so
it.
good.
Deal.
All right, Sherm. Yeah, find Monte
deal.
Carlo. That's
All right,
old
have a
school,
good
beautiful
day.
Burke.
One
See ya.
of my favorite restaurants.
It's an old steakhouse.
the
I mean,
best. It's the
an
best.
old school feel. George comes up. George owns the place.
Yeah.
He comes up and he greets you. You talk to him.
So
your
good.
your lawyer friends who are my lawyer
Yeah,
friends and their
got the
dad,
same
God
lawyer.
rest him soul. But we used to go there all the
the
time.
best.
And when I go to lunch with them, that's where we always end up. It's just spectacular.
If you haven't been, go.
Yeah. And they send our sales guys down there to make sure they understand it. 505-246-0610. Get in on the Burke bracket. Look, we can talk about food today. I'm all about it, man. Should we hit the NCAA Final Four at some point today?
I think we should.
You got a little song to play, probably. Get you the news. Everybody's in Houston now. At least the teams are. Jerry Palm is. I mean, if Jerry Palm's there, then it matters. Latest on the Final Four, what you need to know. You'll hear it here on the Sports Animal. It's next on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
And we may have free throws.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Next in line,
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With your covered from US Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At US Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
Oh, this is so good. It's just so good. Is it? When's the last time you heard this?
You're the one that introduced it to me.
In a minute.
So
I think they have earned to play this.
TJ just asked, "Do you have time tomorrow at 3:15 to come on to talk about San Diego State in the Final Four?" Is it wrong that I said, "Dude, it's Friday. I got a 12:15 time"?
No, it's warm out.
I mean, is it wrong that?
No.
Once you calm down by tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, by about 12:50 tomorrow should be nice, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fridays are for golf.
The upper 50s.
It is warm. It is. You should have seen the golf course yesterday was packed.
I'll bet it was. Yeah, I'll bet it was.
That's not the motorcycle. I mean,
how old is this now? It's like 10 years old.
Yeah, they were running this.
It says 11 years ago.
Is it 11 years ago?
Yeah.
It is so good.
If you haven't heard it, guys, you gotta break it down for Jeff. People are like, what is this?
Well, it's called Aztec Mottos. Tim Shelton used to play for San Diego State.
We used to play it a lot.
Yeah, back in the day.
It was Lobos, Aztecs, head-to-head playing for championships. Yeah.
So they cut this video. Tim Shelton recorded this song, which is pretty clean, isn't it?
Yeah, I would hope so.
And the video was produced insane. No, I mean clean. But I mean, it's
I
pretty.
know.
Yeah. but the video is so well done. And remember when we saw Tim Shelton? I took a picture of him when we were in Vegas. Like, what are you doing? Oh no, I took it to send it to you. I was at the conference.
Like, look, it's Tim Shelton.
You're like, we play your song
Yeah,
on the
I
radio,
literally,
sir.
Love your
no,
song.
I literally. All right, here's some college news.
I will say,
Yeah.
because when this was going down, there are a lot of people that were trying to imitate it.
Yeah.
Because of the rivalry, like this was the height of Aztec Lobos.
Yeah. Yes.
The one that they play now pregame is
The Lobos have a good hype video now. Yeah.
the pregame song
Agree with that.
they have now is a good.
And having Kenny Thomas do the narration for the in-game, in-stadium, or in-arena, I thought was really good. No, I agree with that.
That took them 11 years.
This was like original, clean, and just really well produced.
Okay.
Right? And they brought in, that was when like Dwayne Foley, right? Foley, and right after DJ Gay and Kawhi had gone. And I believe that they did this really well. They did this really well. All right. Remember that Utah Valley team that came in here? I know you
How
don't
could we forget, Jeff?
The Utah Valley, the first round of the NIT.
Remind me every day.
Their head coach got paid. Mark Madsen was the head coach, not anymore. His wife, did she have a baby? Like, she was literally ready to pop while he was in the NIT semifinals in Vegas. They got beat, 2 days ago? The day after they get beat, he bounced. Mark Madsen guided Utah Valley to a WAC regular season championship at the semifinals in the NIT. Yesterday, he was named the new head coach at Cal. This is really weird, man. He's a Stanford grad. And I guess you love where you are, but Cal, Stanford. I guess it happens, right? There's a lot of Aggies that are working for the Lobos, right? Mario Mocha, who's the athletic director at New Mexico State, played baseball at New Mexico State. He worked for UNM. I guess you put your rival, what do you mean I hate you? You put the rivalry aside when you start getting paid, right?
Checking and bouncing. Yeah.
No, that's right. Stanford and Cal are rivals, right? It's Brandon Mason played at New Mexico State, coach for the Lobos. I guess it's good, but here's a Stanford guy. Mark Madsen is the new head coach at Cal. He replaces Mark Fox, who was fired after the season ends. That's these guys have been riding. The Kennesaw State coach got the job at South Florida. What was the team?
Ryan Odom got VCU.
Ryan Odom from Utah State for VCU. Now Utah State is open in this year. Okay, Temple hired their coach. They named former Penn State assistant Adam Fisher. Penn State staff is completely blown up. They hired VCU. So it's like the carousel is spinning. The carousel is spinning. Meanwhile, here we are, Final Four. You're gonna hear stuff today. Press conference here today. All the coaches, all the players are going to speak. It feels like everybody. This is one of those where everybody's relatively healthy, right? As we go into that like it. Yeah. And remember, I read you this email earlier from Harold from Police Department Narrative team, and everybody has to be healthy. He says, "You missed the point. Of course, everyone needs to be healthy. We talk about folks saying XYZ teams can make a run, but they need." It's basically what we're saying. Like, really? We need air to breathe. And if we have air, then we'll be able to do it. Oh, fair enough. Biggest story for you headed into Houston. Aside from the obvious that there's different teams and it's non-traditional teams, aside from that, like your biggest basketball story going into it, is it the fact that either FAU or San Diego State, flat out, one or the other, there's no way around it, one of those two teams are going to be in the national championship game, which is just bonkers.
Yeah,
that's the biggest
that would be at the top. My number two would be: is UConn that much better than Arizona? Are they really that much better than Arizona?
Can I give you two answers on that? The obvious answer is yes. They are that much better. Like, they're really good. And if you look at whom they have gone through to get here, and the teams they beat Miami handily, they dismantled what I thought was a really good Gonzaga team. They dismantled That Arkansas team and Eric Musselman who beat Kansas. I mean, pumped them, right? They dominated 15 points over St. Mary's. And they had their way in a breeze with Iona. They haven't been challenged. So are they that much better? Yeah. But here's the other answer to this. JJ, I've watched this tournament unlike any other, where teams that were so much better than their competition theoretically got beat. Dude, Purdue is so much better than Farley Dickinson. Purdue is so much better than Fairleigh Dickinson, and they got beat. Arizona should be so much better than Princeton. They got beat. Okay, but Jeff, that happens in the first round. But yeah, but okay, then FAU and Kansas State, FAU and Tennessee, Miami. So yeah, do I think they're that much better? If I'm a betting man, I'm betting money line. Yeah, they're probably the favorite. But I watched a tournament that's been unlike anything else, and surprise after surprise. And by the way, I don't know how real I thought San Diego State's defense was until this tournament.
Because they just play in the Mountain West.
No, that's probably right. Although when I watched them pretty closely in it was a Maui Invitational, late November, early December. I watched them play Arkansas, where they were up by 4 with 14 and just blew that one. I watched them beat Ohio State. Then I watched Arizona handle them. And I'm like, okay, like I think they're good, but I didn't know. Dude, so the most beautiful thing about San Diego State to me, and why, if they match up with UConn, and they got to get through FAU first, and they can defend any style and anybody. They're not going to back down, and they're so deep. And I think one of the biggest reasons they can continue to play at that level with that motor is because they keep bringing dudes in and they don't fall off, right? You go to that next 4 guys, do you fall off? We've had this conversation. And defensively, and let me give you the other thing. San Diego State has had 4 postseason games. They've had a different leading scorer in every game. They won the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 game basically without any offensive contribution from their leading scorer. Matt Bradley had 8 points combined in those games against Alabama and then against who they just beat? Creighton. Matt Bradley's going to get off a little bit this weekend, isn't he?
I don't know.
You don't think so?
I think he's
not a dynamic
hurt
scorer. You think he's hurt?
He's been banged up.
Okay. All right. That's what intrigues me about the whole thing.
It's just style. And this Final Four highlights, there's not an exact recipe to figure this out. It's not, hey, play the hardest non-conference schedule ever. It's not, oh, you have to be deep. Because you look at San Diego State, it works for them because of their style of play. But San Diego State, FAU, they got bench minutes. They are kind of upper echelon. I mean, UConn, it's like 0. That's their thing. And so it just highlights, because something doesn't happen, then everyone says, well, you have to do it that way to get there. There's not a way. Just get in and figure it out.
All right, we're going to give away Smashing Pumpkin tickets at 9:40, so in about 10, 11 minutes from now. When we come back, there's been a lot of talk, San Diego State going to the Pac-12 and all that stuff. But the progression of things has to be, Pac-12's media rights has to get done. There's a story this morning, as much as you thought they were close to being done, quote, nothing to suggest it is near. Who said that, and what will it mean? It's coming from a credible source. One credible source in private security, there is no one more credible than Aaron Jones and International Protective Service. IPS, they watch my home. They do it every day, not just when I'm gone. Every day IPS comes by and make sure things are right in my house. I started trusting IPS years ago. Someone really close had a home invasion. It was scary. It wasn't far from the home, and I just decided, I've got a family. I want to protect what's important to me. And I know you do too. You've worked hard to build your business, your home, obviously your family. Call IPS. Talk to them about affordable private security. You know that home invasions, property crime, everything's on the rise. You also know that the officer shortage continues to be an issue. Aaron started this business in 2006, protecting homes in Fort Hills. Now hundreds of businesses and homeowners all over Albuquerque trust IPS to protect what's important to them. Committed to our city and your protection. Call IPS, see what they can do for you. Peace of mind and its protection. 505-897-2420. 505-897-2420. Or you can go online at ipsglobal.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. The Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With your covered from US Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At US Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
Check it out. What is it? It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at US Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with US Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with US Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 20...
IPE, L-I-E-V-E, is that how it goes? All right.
We got to play that again tomorrow. And the Ho, obviously.
You
Ho you to Houston.
You got to go all the H. You can't spell Houston without Ho. I mean, can you?
I mean, you can.
You just really can. How would you spell Houston without Ho?
If you're not,
it'd be Austin.
If you're not going to Houston, come to San Diego with JJ and I.
That's right. JJ's going to be out there from 4 to 6, and A. Marie from 6 to 8 out at San Diego Sports Bar. That place is a bomb, by the way.
Very nice.
And I grubbed. I had the hangover burger because it just seems so wholly appropriate.
Their food's really good.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really good. All right, so there's a lot on conference realignment. So I think everybody's kind of believes it's a foregone conclusion that San Diego State's going to Pac-12, and if not, they're probably going to Big 12, right? And this run to the Final Four has only ignited that conversation, or fueled it, or because it was already ignited. And what has to happen first, from every report is the Pac-12's got to get their media rights deal done, and all the other power conferences have got that done. And we were led to believe, JJ, last week, right, that it was really close, correct?
So we heard.
All right. So God, who's I think one of the most respected college football writers in America, he writes for CBS Sports. He said that the president of Arizona, Rob Robbins, is saying that basically it's not even close. So Robert Robbins, not the former Lobo great, is going to Kazakhstan on Tuesday. God bless him. He won't get back till the second week in April. And he said it's been a long, drawn-out pursuit of media rights, and he wants to get it done before, but it's not going to happen. Robbins is the one who basically recently made waves. He set that soft April 15th deadline for the Pac-12 to at least present a financial estimate to the 10 remaining schools so they can contemplate that or reject it or whatever. He said it wasn't a threat, but his remarks a couple of weeks ago reflected at least a certain anxiousness. Quote from Robert Robbins in the story this morning. This is the Arizona president. I have heard nothing to suggest a deal is imminent. There's all these things about, well, we want to wait until after the Final Four. That has nothing to do with it. It has to do with assessing who's the right fit, who assesses us. I hope the commissioner gets something done sooner rather than later so that whole thing stops so we don't have to focus on it, but I'm perfectly willing to sit here and wait, end quote. So I don't know that this affects it eventually, but doesn't it feel the longer the Pac-12 waits, the less leverage they got, the more fragile they feel, and more susceptible to the Big 12 coming in and saying, hey, Arizona, Arizona State, Utah, Colorado, how long are you going to wait around for this crap to get done?
There's an element of that. And then where's the Big 12 at in there?
They're done, aren't they?
But
if they add
if
schools,
you add schools, it doesn't mean that.
Right, then it's got to be redone. Dennis Dodd says the best way to sum up the Pac-12's deal-making status at the moment, quote, not close but hopeful, end quote. So they've had all kinds of deadlines, hard deadlines, soft deadlines, and last May, the new commissioner, George Kliavkov, said that he hoped to piggyback the Big Ten media rights deal to increase his conference's valuation. Well, that was great until a few weeks later, SC and UCLA pieced out, right? They said, we're leaving, and all of a sudden the whole thing blew up. So it was October, so we're looking at basically 5-6 months ago. Pac-12 went to the open market after there was this exclusive negotiating period with ESPN and Fox. That expired. And there's a lot of people telling CBS and Dennis Dodd, Fox is out of the bidding. ESPN still seems interested. And the big deal here, it really feels, and the biggest one you hear is Apple. It feels like the majority, or if not the majority, a large portion of the Pac-12's football games are going to stream. And there's a real uneasiness to go into a streaming, like we're going to be there at some point, but it's still linear television. That means putting on your television, flipping through your channels, whether it's ESPN, CBS Sports, ABC, whatever, is still desirable because do you all have Apple TV?
I don't subscribe right now, but it's on my smart TV.
Okay, but you don't have access to it. Do you have a subscription to Apple TV?
No.
All right. And so if they go to Apple TV, will you buy the subscription? That's what Apple's figuring. All right, well, all these Pac-12 fans will subscribe then to Apple, and we'll get all these subscribers. And there's an anxiousness amongst the leaders going, man, are we going to get back into this whole Pac-12 network thing where distribution was an issue, right? Now,
I think it's, well, as long as Ted Lasso's popping, you're going to have your subscription.
All right.
Apple TV.
All right. No, that's fair. But some people don't know Ted Lasso. But yes. So the president of Arizona, quote, this whole streaming thing, that's overplayed, he says. He said, I think the deal is going to be a heavy traditional analog cable piece. I think there may be some streaming in it, but I don't think anybody would want to go majority streaming, end quote. And that, I think that's really where this thing's caught up. Now, Kliavkov, the commissioner, said there's no rush. Well, he said that in December. I don't know, man. I don't know. If you're Yarmak, the commissioner of the Big 12, are you making another call this morning? Utah, Colorado, Arizona State?
You can make that call, but it does not mean that the money's any better for them.
So my argument would be, if it's not any worse, we're more freaking stable. Now, I don't know if it's a fair argument, but that's what I would make.
Why are they more stable?
Because we got a deal and we're moving forward, and you know what the hell's going on. And you got Oregon and Washington up there saying, well, if we go to the Big 12, if they call, we're out of here. That's why. I think they need to get this done. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, we'll wrap up everything and actually get you ready for a big day. And it's opening day. You've got correspondence that I've got to get to. We will hit you on that. Give you an opening day roster. No, well, not roster, kind of a lineup of games, what you get to watch. You can go hang out with Mike, and he's going to sit around and eat the El Cotorro and drink some beer. And
I want to hang out with Mike right now. He's
seriously,
cracking a cold one.
I mean, why would you not? You want to give away tickets to go see Smashing Pumpkins?
Yes.
All right. Caller number
10, like the games the Rockies are already behind.
Yes.
Caller 10 right now at 505-246-0610. That's area code 505-246-0610. Caller 10, you're going to Smashing Pumpkins, courtesy of your good friend A. Marie on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Check it out. What is it? It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future and get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at U.S. Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with U.S. Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with U.S. Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With You're Covered from U.S. Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties.
All right, we're in on our Burke bracket. Go vote. Go to sportsanimалabq.com. Click on your best options. This one says, those are not good options. I deliver food for a living. The best breakfast burrito in town is Cucos. Okay.
People, I'm telling you, this birthday bracket is going to get intense.
So here's the deal on the Burke bracket. So there was a nomination process. And so if you missed out on that, then you didn't get to nominate Cucos or whatever. But fair enough. This one says you guys got to go to VIX. If you had, you'd all vote at the winner. Now where you told me where VIX is, I've been there. It's been a minute, but I do know where VIX is, and it is good. We should do a collar bracket here at the Sports Animal. What is collar bracket?
Don't you guys do that in general?
Oh, collar.
Haven't you done that before?
Yeah, this says COLLAR, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, what's wrong with my collar? But he means collar, like phone collars.
I feel like when I first started, you guys did.
Jason put the bracket together.
Okay, that's it.
Jason flat out, he's an emailer, and he flat out, he seeded everybody. And honestly, we had, I remember Lance, what do you mean I'm only a 6 seed? People were complaining about their seeds. It was beautiful, actually. GC Burger and Laguna is the best. Green chili cheeseburger, Laguna Burger is the best, it says. New Mexico Jeff Jerky, this says. What does that even say? New Mexico Jeff Jerky Company, 4th Street. But that's not what this says. That's got to be what he meant to say, right? What does that say right there?
Yeah, it's not what it says, but you know what it means.
Okay, I just read them, man. All right, New Mexico Beef Jerky Company, 4th Street, Chicharron Burrito, OMG. You guys like chicharron? I'm like the only one who doesn't like chicharron, huh? That's why you love that pig candy so much.
Solid.
All right, best tacos, Tap and Taco in Rio Rancho. All right, thank you, Chris. Appreciate you. Look at this one. This one's on basketball. The Aztecs are winning with defense. Defense is mostly good coaching and effort. Can't argue with that. If you recruit and you coach good defense, yes, then that's what it is. All right, you want to switch over to the let's go over to the email machine. Rod says, I agree with Crusher. Really? Edward called in yesterday, said, if you've never been to a Final Four, take advantage of this one. Ticket prices went down when Texas and Houston were eliminated, JJ. So, I mean, people, they're relatively affordable. The experience of going to a Final Four is pretty special. If you've never been, this is the one. Rod says, if you want to see a Final Four without breaking the bank, especially if you want to see something different than the usual puke North Carolina, Kentucky, and Louisville, this might be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Okay. We talked about the young man, Nelly Jr. Joseph, the junior forward from Iona. Would he have 2 years left if he transfers here, wherever he transfers? Just one?
I don't know.
I believe it's 2, because I think he would have a COVID option. There's a lot of speculation that the 6'9" forward from Iona, who averaged 14.9 points a game and 9.3 rebounds a game for Rick Pitino last year, is going to transfer to New Mexico. And there was even a tweet or two yesterday that said he'd committed. He said, I've not committed, but there's a lot of talk about it. I do think it'll probably happen. Somebody said, why would he come here if he's going to be the second or third fiddle? And I'm like, why would he not? Like, he steps into that Morris Udeze type of a role, right?
It's wide open.
Garcia says on Nelly, Jeff, why wouldn't he want to transfer to somewhere where he can be the man? With Louisville basketball, he's going to be the man after Hash and House. I said Hash to make it funny. And maybe Dent, depending on what Pitino promised him in return. P.S. JJ's not alone. I haven't tried stripes yet either. The blue place you mentioned might be the worst New Mexican food I've ever eaten. Really? Casino Azul? Really?
Really depends on what you get at times.
Okay.
It does.
I've had great stuff there, and I've had okay stuff. And it honestly depended on the location. I've never had a bad meal down at the one on 12th and Mountain. One of the other ones, I was like, that's all right. No, I actually really like it. All right, what baseball games you watching today? It is the first day of the Major League Baseball season. You've got games starting at 11:05. Atlanta, Washington. That's right, I said Washington. Giants, Yankees at the stadium in New York. New look Red Sox open up at home. I mean, you got games all day and in through the evening. Dodgers open up tonight at home. Chavez Ravine against Arizona. Rockies open up on the road in SoCal They will be in LoCal. They'll be in San Diego. Take on the Padres. I know the Dodgers are the Dodgers.
David Dahl revenge game.
Why do I feel the Padres are the favorite in the NL West this year? Is that just ridiculous?
You can feel that way.
You don't think the Dodgers have lost too much?
Paper champs.
Pitching's not big enough. So you think
do it? The Dodgers lost a lot.
They lost a lot, and I don't know that.
But it's still Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith in the lineup, and they are going to need some of those young position players to step up. Vargas, Outman, opportunity.
Lux is out for the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kershaw. So what's the rotation? Kershaw, Dustin May, Urias. What else am I looking at, man? Oh, they got Noah Syndergaard, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Forgot they got Noah Syndergaard.
That's
okay,
a good 4th, 5th starter.
That's a really good 4th, 5th starter. Yeah. Max Muncy's still in the lineup. New look though, man. There's no Turners. Trey and Justin Turner are gone. No Cody Bellinger on the Dodgers. Like
that's probably going to be one of the
staples.
biggest shockers, I should say, is seeing that it's a Boston Red Sox jersey with that giant pine tar stain on the back of it for Justin Turner.
In another uniform? That's interesting. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, the Red Sox will be an interesting team. All right, 505-246-06. I guess we're probably a little late on you getting in on that. But you got the baseball today. My mom's in town, right? You know, I said to her last night, no, now you got something to do. We're driving by Phillips Park on the way out to go watch Addie run yesterday. And I said, yeah, opening day's on Tuesday. And she's like, oh, what do you mean? Yeah, minor league baseball. I said, opening days for the big leagues tomorrow. She's like the Dodgers? Yeah, Mom. Now you got something to do every night. Now you got something to do you got a Dodger game on every night. She's like, I didn't even realize. Yeah, no, it's April 1's going to be in 2 days. And yeah, you're in, Mom. Like, you're in. So, yeah, that's how that plays out. All right. Anything else I missed today? We'll get more into, tomorrow I know we're going to get into the stadium stuff when you get more details. And I'm going to guess you and BV are going to be on the stadium stuff today too, huh? Over on
always
stadium, and it turns into arena talk. We'll get more details on how the land is going to be. Is it going to be given to them? Is it going to be, what's the plans? And I don't think anything is set in stone, although I think it's pretty far down the road. And I know when I told you this a couple of weeks ago that where this thing was going and how this was playing out, what I was hearing, and I know you didn't want to believe me, but now you believe me because it's in the newspaper, right? Have I ever led you astray on any of the stuff I tell you off the side?
I trust you, Jeff.
Here's what's going to happen. Does it almost 98% happen?
Like the mayor, Jeff.
I don't want to do that. I have no desire to be the mayor. But this will be interesting, don't you think? What do you expect to hear today? Hey, we're happy and this is the greatest thing ever, and we just signed another college player that's never going to play. That's how you say it. But look, yeah. I'm stoked if they get a stadium. I think it's great. We'll see how you feel and how this whole thing's going to be. Maybe everybody wins, right? Isotopes get their park back. United gets their park. And maybe it'll set, I don't know. I mean, do you think an arena and a stadium should be near each other? Especially, I don't think it hurts.
I don't think they have to be.
No, I know they don't have to be. No. I don't think it hurts.
I like in the cities when they're all by each other.
Yeah, but that's in an area where there's a bunch to do.
Totally.
And there's not a bunch to do out by the Little Fiesta Park. We'll have this conversation. We'll continue it. Good stuff today. Thanks for being with us. I appreciate all the contribution today as well. Jim Rome Show is next. The Herd with Colin Cowherd follows that. 2 Men On will be here at 4 o'clock, and then we're back tomorrow morning with award-winning radio beginning at 7 a.m. Hey, Marie. Great work. Have fun with BV today.
Thank you.
Adrian, show looks good. Appreciate all your efforts. Big day for you.
Huge day.
Yeah, enjoy it. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am an Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Check it out.
What is it?
It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at U.S. Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with U.S. Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with U.S. Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.